They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? Oh, no way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
See shelter agent Vic Seidenschwartz in Carlisle, Lawrence Forrester in Cabot, or Hayden Strickland in Sherwood.
Be sure and tune in each week when Bree Ellis joins Morning Mayhem, brought to you by the F.L. Davis family of Ace Hardware stores. Ace is the place for all of your hardware needs.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality.
2-2 on Souza. Turner delivers, and Souza lines a base hit past the first baseman, right between French and Campbell. In with the tying run is Carson Bowles, and Souza does bring in the tying run by swinging the bat. 1-1 pitch. Davila a swing and a fly ball hit deep towards the left field corner. It may have the distance. Davila's giving them the lead with a 3-run homer. It snuck into the visiting bullpen. Number 12 for Charles Davila. Carter ready again. 3-2. Little ground ball. Got past the mound towards the middle and gloved up the middle by Souza. Throws to first in time. Tough play. Well done by Nolan Souza. 1-1. That ball's hammered by Kahio Aley into deep right center field. Way back it goes. Home run. Kahio Aley hits his 9th of the season, and the Hogs have a little distance now from A-State.
You know, offensively, we did just enough. 5 of the runs were driven in with home runs, and I think both of them might have been with 2 outs. We struck out too much tonight, and you know, give credit to Arkansas State. They pitched really well, and that's what they've been doing all year. They threw some of their weekend guys at us, threw their closer at us at the end, and you know, a couple of guys that started a little bit, and you know, that was interesting. But you know, I was worried about today after the long day on Saturday, and then Sunday, the long day, really just playing 2 games. Saturday we had to see if we were going to play, and we were a little lethargic, but I think we woke up just enough, and you know, glad we got away with the win. It's always a concern this time of year, the midweek games between conference. It's you know, you hope you can get a good start and get some good pitching, and the hitters, you know, do a good job. I mean, Bowles, here he goes again. You get him in there, he gets 2 more hits, and but we made some mistakes too. You know, we threw to the wrong base twice and from the outfield, and it's a little frustrating, but we'll work on that tomorrow.
Indeed they will, and we'll work on it today as well. Welcome into the zone. We are live at Dickey-Stephens Park. It is Screamin' Kids Day, the first of the season. Yesterday the Travs lost a heartbreaker, 1-0 to the Tulsa Drillers on opening day here at the ballpark. And the Travelers will try to get a win today against the Drillers again today, and we're going to start a little after 11 o'clock. If you want to listen to the game instead of listening to us, it's going to hurt my feelings, but you're certainly welcome to do as you please. You're a grown person, and that will be over on Buzz 2 106.7. I've already seen the voice of the Travelers, Stephen Davis, this morning, and I will be looking forward to seeing how things go today for this one. But it is a beautiful day at the ballpark. We're going to be in the mid-70s as we get rolling. It's a little cool right now, but great day. We're going to have a lot of kids in the house, and we've got a number of guests coming up, including Nick Raposo, who's a catcher here for the Travelers from Providence, Rhode Island. Played at a Division III school, and he's made it all the way to AA baseball now. He's already been in AAA before. In fact, he had a cup of coffee in the majors as well with the Cardinals, and now trying to work his way up through the Mariners organization. But he'll join us coming up in our later part of our first hour today. We've also got Joe Kleine coming in. I don't know if he's in studio or coming over here, but if you see a 7-footer, Christian, just holler out. Let me know. Kevin Kelley, I think, is going to come by and see us here. He usually does when we do the show over here. Seems like these are usually on Tuesdays. He's presented by Little Rock Athletic Club. Joe, of course, presented by our friends at Corky's Barbecue, who will be providing lunch at the Buzz Golf Tournament next Monday over across town from where we are today at Burns Park, and we're excited about that. It should be a beautiful, beautiful time, and you can still sign up your team. Again, a few spots left. Appreciate Tito's Vodka being our sponsor for that one, our title sponsor. But 1037thebuzz.com, morning and afternoon spots available for the time being. But you better get on it because we're going to sell out pretty quick. Not many left. Michael Felder at 11:30 today. Chris Aley is going to come, Christian, in studio, I assume, today?
Yes, sir.
In studio. Good for you guys, bad for us. But he'll be there. We'll spin the rock and roll wheel, courtesy of our friends at Rock and Roll Sushi. He's only with us for, I guess, a couple more appearances, and then he's going to take a summer break, hang out with his family, and not hang out with us anymore. And speaking of fish, how about crawfish? You like crawfish? We got the Hat Club event coming up at I think it's the first day of May, actually. So we will talk to them about May Day's crawfish event and find out who it benefits, how you get involved, where to get tickets, all those things and such. So, again, yesterday Razorbacks got it done. We also heard some football talk yesterday, Christian. Coach Petrino addressing the media, and there were a few things that came out of that I'm looking forward to talking to DJ about. And our Wi-Fi is a little squirrely, so I don't know if you sent me a rundown of what we got. But
I did.
Okay, well, things have been very slow to come through today, so we're going to make the best of it. It's a little slow to get in here, too. If you're trying to get to the ballpark right now, you better get on your patience hat because it is a little tough to get in the parking lot. A lot of folks coming in for Screaming Kids Day. I assume a lot of people coming over to be with their youngsters. I saw my good buddy Raj, who came over here to hang out with this kid. At least that's his excuse. That's what he said he's doing. I think he just didn't want to do anything else. And, hey, listen, if you can get away with kicking it with your kid on a ballpark, on a day at the ballpark like this, you got to love it. So there you go. Final rankings are out for college basketball. Christian, who was number 1 and who was number 2? Can you tell me?
Well, I would guess Florida and Houston.
That's exactly right. You are so smart. Duke 3, Auburn 4, Tennessee 5, Alabama 6, Michigan State, Texas Tech, Maryland, and Michigan rounding out the top 10. St. John's finished at 11th. Arkansas finishes 20th despite beating the Red Storm in the
Well, I guess regular season matters a little bit.
I guess it does. They were 31-5. Yeah. Kentucky 12th. Other SEC teams: Ole Miss 18th, A&M 19th. Ole Miss overachieving, I thought, in the tournament. In fact, had a chance to win an additional game to the one that they did win, or the two that they did win, actually. Let's see who else we got here. I guess that's it. Memphis finished 25th. Gotta get Arkansas and Memphis back up and running. Yeah, wherever, Joe Kleine. Have a seat. Yeah, fine. Get the padded one. Take advantage while you can. While the DJ's stuck outside in the traffics. 7-footer in the house. Oh, yeah. What do you say there, big fella?
Oi.
Oi. A little tough to get in here today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A little busy.
Yeah,
what's going on out there?
Get towed.
I'm not gonna lie. I ducked the parking line. I snuck between some cones and just parked. I'm like, I got a parking pass on my phone, but I'm not gonna show it to you right now.
I'm borderline right up on the stop sign, so we'll see.
Yep.
But there was no yellow, no red on the curb.
That's good.
Yep.
You're probably fine.
Yeah.
We just went through the top 25. Arkansas finished the year at 20th. Hopeful for better things next season and maybe another win or two in the tournament. But overall, pretty good season. We did officially get Christian already had him going to the league yesterday, but officially Adu Thero is going to declare for the NBA draft, or is declared. So he will either head out or, I guess, come back. We'll find out. But I assume he'll get good feedback. What's our expectation for him? We think he's going to be a decent pro.
Second.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a little, and I said this, I think he's a little more polished player, obviously because of the years in the league, than Walsh was a couple of years ago coming out.
Yeah.
I think they're very similar players, athletically elite, shooting, passing, skill-wise, those things have to be refined and get better. But I think from an athletic standpoint, and three-point shooting's always major in the NBA. I mean, it's major everywhere, but it's really major. You look at guys like that right now, Walsh, Thero. You look at 3-and-D guys that are athletic, that can guard, and can spot up and shoot the three. You know, athletically they can drive and do some things, but from that standpoint right now, you're kind of looking at that type of player. So kind of in a nice way saying a little bit of a developmental player, but again, it's got some elite athleticism.
Can't teach that.
Yeah, and always, you know, where you drafted is huge. You know what I mean? You go to a good place, go to a good team with good patience and good coaching and blah, blah, blah. Always enhances your chances of sticking.
I like it. What'd you think of the championship game?
I thought it was kind of went as I thought it would. I knew it was going to be a great game. I knew that it was going to be a slugfest. Houston is probably the best team in the country from the standpoint of you're going to play the way they want to play.
Yep.
And so I don't think that, you know, everybody was saying, well, Florida likes to get up and down and blah, blah, blah. Houston they dictate how the game is going to be played. And but I also thought on the other side that, you know, Florida, like we've talked about a million times, Justin, Florida was like how you want it. You know, you want to play this way? Okay, we'll play this way. You want to go up and down? We can go up and down. So that's why I like Florida. I think they could adapt. That's why I like Florida throughout the whole tournament. I thought that they had the ability to adapt the styles and the way a game starts flowing better than anybody. I think a lot of, you know, they could win versus Houston and they could win versus Kentucky. So, I mean, you know, they can do it however you want.
I like it. Again, we're here at Dickey-Stephens Park for Screaming Kids Day. Yesterday, Joe, one of our questions was, and it was the Big East Commissioner that suggested it, that maybe they should put the men's and women's tournaments at the same location for the Final Four. You maybe play the men's final or the Final Four on Saturday, women on Sunday, men's championship Monday, women's on Tuesday. What do you think about that possibility? Pat Bradley gave us an answer yesterday. He's almost done finishing his answer right now.
Why wouldn't you?
Okay. That's exactly the opposite of what we got yesterday. I think. I couldn't exactly tell what the point was.
I think if he's sitting there saying, you know, it's going to – now, logistics, hotel rooms.
Yep, you got to be in the right communities.
Blah, 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 blah. You know,
it won't work in certain towns.
When you just sit back and go a basketball event,
yep,
I think it's great.
Okay.
I mean, you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I mean,
or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, right.
But again, you know, okay, logistically, I don't know if it works, but
there are a lot of cities in this nation that would be fine, I think, to handle it. I mean, you start with New York and L.A., and then you add in a bunch of others. I mean, I would think New Orleans could handle it. You know, Chicago could handle it. There's a bunch of places you could play it, I think, where it'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, Phoenix,
yep,
San Antonio, places where people come and that have large populations, so they're going to have the hotel rooms, they're going to have the infrastructure, blah, 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 to handle it. But, no, I like it.
Christian, did you hear that succinct answer from Joe Kleine?
Yes, it wasn't 5 minutes long.
You got to go back and listen to Pat's answer. Then he got mad at me because I didn't. He's like, do you agree?
So he got done after 5 minutes. You kind of looked at him and go, okay. So
we were listening to him. He goes, do you agree? And I was like, no. And he hung up. He got mad. I was like,
I thought you were going to say after 5 minutes. You go, okay. Can you tell me what you think?
I don't know if he ever answered it.
It was a bad question.
Yeah, it was a bad moment.
Why is it a bad question?
I don't know. It wasn't even my idea.
Yeah, it wasn't your question either.
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. It wasn't Pat's question either, but he didn't like it. Whatever. Let's see what else. Oh, the other question was, do you have siblings? I know you do. So 93% of our respondents said yes, it was National Sibling Day yesterday. I hope you did something nice for your bros. Let's see what else we got here. Christian, today our question is, and Joe, I want to get your take as a golfer, what you think about this. Yesterday, Lisa Cornwell told Westmore, absolutely no chance. Here's the question. If you teed off on the edge of the green at the Masters from the furthest point away from the hole, could you win the Masters? Lisa Cornwell said no chance.
Absolutely no chance.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, no,
but there are people who believe they can.
No, one's coming in.
Yeah, didn't we talk about this last week?
One idiot who thinks that is in his car right now listening to it, and I love him dearly because he's a great patron of Corky's Ribs and Barbecue. He's one of our best ambassadors.
However,
However.
Oh, man. Yesterday.
And Wes Moore said he could do it too.
No, he came around. I think Lisa talked him out of it.
Okay.
She's like, she goes, you cannot even imagine how slick the greens are. You've never seen anything like it. If you get above the hole, forget it.
I had a friend of mine years ago when I lived in Phoenix, and I was just kind of starting golf, and he was my neighbor. His name was Howard Twitty. Played on the tour for a lot of years, old school guy. But one day I was sitting there in his house, and I asked him, I was like, I'm sitting here watching the Masters and the green. I go, all right, man, tell me. I'd never been there. He goes, it's like putting a 6 to 7, 8 inch tilt on everything, and then putting and laying linoleum down and putting on linoleum.
Yeah.
He said it's just if you are in the wrong spot, you're going to 3-putt or make a bomb. You're going to make a bomb or you're going to 3-putt.
Yeah.
And he said because you can't stop the ball. He said you like a lot of players. Well, just let it crest. Once it crests over the hill, it's gone. Mm-hmm. So if you get above the hole,
forget it.
You're done. You're off. He said you're not only putting. You're chipping. You're coming back. He said you're not putting anymore.
I would be curious to see how many times we would put off the green when it was set up for the Masters. It would be tough.
I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah. I'd love to have an opportunity to put off the green there sometime.
No, I would too.
Yeah. So yesterday was media day, and we heard from a number of guys. There were some good things in here. Rory McIlroy, who is the favorite, by the way, just barely ahead of Scotty Scheffler. This is the first time that Scotty's not had a win at this point in, I think, 4 years. By the way, we're going to be at Walk-Ons watching the opening round tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to that, mostly because I'm going to start mashing grub again. I'm excited about that. But we'll be over there hanging out. And if you want to come join us tomorrow, that'd be great, especially if you can play hooky from work. But they've got multiple setups TV-wise, Trey was telling me this morning. So they're going to have like the main broadcast, but they'll also have Amen Corner and some of the other sort of special views. I'm sure they'll have certain groups that they'll be following too, but those will be available on various TVs over there. So regardless of how you want to watch the Masters in the opening round, they're going to be available. Also, it's more coverage than usual, which is great. So that's good. But anyway, yesterday, Rory was asked about Augusta versus other places he's played.
Yeah, I've always loved this course. I've always loved people ask me if you could only play one golf course for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I think walking around this place every day would be pretty cool.
It would be cool. It is Scotty Scheffler's dinner because he is the defending champion, and he was asked yesterday, or he talked about yesterday, what's on his menu. And I kind of read his description. I'd like to hear it from him.
I'm sorry. I was on the phone with a listener. What did you call for, Justin, there?
Scheffler's menu.
And obviously looking forward a lot to tonight. Quite a bit of pressure last year being my dinner, right? I think when you're Spanish, there's a level of culinary experience that a lot of them expect, and I felt a lot of pressure on that. Hopefully I delivered. This time I'm just going to go enjoy. The menu looks great, so I'm looking forward to it.
John Rahm.
I said it's definitely not Scotty Scheffler. Yeah. That was mislabeled. Interesting. Yeah. They gave us the wrong clip, Christian, those dirty dogs. Let's hear from Victor Hovland. So Victor Hovland, I was watching something this morning. One of the broadcasters was talking about things you don't say, like you don't say fans, you say patrons, and they're touchy about how you describe certain things. There was the one broadcaster that said the greens were like they'd been bikini waxed.
No, it's Gary McCord.
Yeah, well, he didn't do the broadcast anymore for that.
Those were his last words.
Yes, that's famous last words from Gary McCord, bikini wax. Anyway, Victor Hovland had a very interesting way to describe golf, not Augusta or the Masters specifically, but just sort of the battle within yourself when you're playing. And I mean, my God, we all have demons. Can you imagine playing for millions of dollars and all the people watching on television and in person and the pressure that these guys face every week? Pretty remarkable. Now, obviously, the paydays are great if you can perform at a high level, but he talked about sort of the stresses of being a guy in that position.
If you hold it in, the fear almost becomes bigger. Instead of when you speak the truth out there, you kind of desensitize it in a way. I mean, it's maybe not the best analogy, but if you've seen 8 Mile with Eminem there, it's like before his final rap battle there, he just kind of disses himself. So it's like, okay, here I am. What else you got on me? And I don't know. I think he kind of just puts it out there so I can just focus on the things that I need to focus on, and it's just get back to work and get a little bit better. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Hopefully there's no vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Don't need any of that, Victor Hovland, but best of luck to you and others. It is a great wagering opportunity, too, though. So for those of you who are Oaklawn sports wagerers, the odds are outrageous. I think Rory's the favorite at like plus 450, so you're getting more than 4-1 on him. I think we did this a few years ago. Wes and I went down there and bet $20 on 5 guys. My guy, I think it was the year that, who won it? It was, I can't remember. Anyway, whoever it was, it's fun when your guy hits because it's going to pay great. So as long as you don't bet on the heavy favorites, there's only 2 guys. Basically, Scheffler and grab this chair over here, Deech. It's Scheffler and we're about to hit a break anyway. We'll get reset. Scheffler and Rory are the only ones that are less than 5-1. Everybody else is like 12 or more. So it's crazy odds, but it's fun and it makes it a little more intriguing. I found that even betting $10 on these games have made it a little more intriguing. So.
No, it's basically what every time you bet, you're saying your guy or the field.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, do you think your guy could beat the field? And so.
One of the other bets they have there that I think is fun, Zach and I talked about on the podcast yesterday, you can do a deal where you bet anybody in the field except for Scheffler or Rory, so it's the highest finisher outside of those 2. And so the odds aren't as good, but I think the worst odds are maybe 9-1, so they're still pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, just something to consider. Hi, DJ. Glad you made it in finally.
It's wild out there.
Buddy, Screaming Kids Day is no joke.
We got I love my folks here. We got to work on that parking situation.
There's no doubt.
It's a little bottleneck. Is that what you call it?
That's
a little tricky. A little tricky. And there's more coming in. It's packed out there.
Yep.
Line all the way across Broadway Bridge trying to get in.
Yep, got to work on that.
I must have just got ahead of
You had to, yeah.
I did not wait. I cut out a line.
Did you?
I did. I was like, you're going to have to chase me, honey. I got to get inside. I'm like, I can't be late. I got a show to do.
How'd you do it? You just...
You know where the cones were? I just ducked and she's like, follow that stupid blue car. That's me. I felt bad, but I was like, look.
You got to do what you got to do.
Well, look, I got a parking pass. It's like I'm trying to steal $5 from you. I mean, I had a pass. I got to go to work. So, sorry. Anyway, they'll get it cleaned up. It's early in the season. And I thought they did, like I said the other day, they did a great job handling the crowd at the Arkansas game. And, again, when you've got 7,000 or whatever it is for the opener, that's a lot to ask of a staff that's just getting started for the season. And then you had opening night last night, and then you get Screaming Kids Day, which is circus here today. I mean, the berm is pretty full. You're going to have the place pretty well packed. The only place that will be somewhat quiet today is the beer garden because most of the kids will not drink any beer today, Joe. And by that I mean all the kids. So
get right up to the front line.
Buddy. That's one thing you don't have to wait for today, so help yourself.
Yeah.
All right, 10:28. We're here at Dickey-Stephens Park at Screaming Kids Day. We've got Gabe Gaeckle coming up at the bottom of the hour. Razorbacks win over Arkansas State last night in a comeback victory. Good performance, by the Red Wolves. And they had 4 relievers come in after the first couple guys that didn't give up any runs. So nice job by them. And we'll talk to Gabe about his performance last week and look ahead to this week going to Georgia. And Arkansas with their best ever start after 34 games, now 31-3. Remarkable. And again, it's definitely, I think, for most people, Omaha or bust for this team. All right, we're back in a moment. It's 10:28. You're in the zone. And as we head in, let me mention, speaking of Oaklawn, our friends at Oaklawn Anywhere. We got great horse racing this weekend with the Apple Blossom. The Horse of the Year, Torpedo Anna, back on the track this weekend. Don't miss out. $1.25 million purse. And we've got a $500,000 purse for the Count Fleet for older male sprinters this weekend. So huge purses, lots of fun. Looks like the weather's going to be great and looking forward to it. So hope you can join us at Oaklawn. If you can't make it down there, or even if you like to just wager from your seat, bet.oaklawn.com. Get your account set up. You can download it for your iPhone or your Android, or excuse me, for your iPhone or your iPad. If you're an Android user, bet.oaklawn.com. And the good thing about the Oaklawn Anywhere account is you can get an analysis from the experts, and every dollar you bet is worth points. And you can also watch the race on there, too, which is great. So not only can you wager on tracks all over the country, but you can watch the races on your Oaklawn Anywhere account as well. So take advantage of it, and we will be back in a moment here at Dickey-Stephens Park. Stay with us.
Fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family, because, man, these goddamn food stamps don't buy.
This is SportsCenter.
Arkansas baseball notches another win last night, a 7-3 victory, this time at home against the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Arkansas is now 31-3 overall. They're 11-1 in SEC play. Up next for the Hogs, a big contest this weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series against the number 7 ranked Georgia Bulldogs in Athens. Arkansas softball is back in action this weekend. They take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. That's another Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. The fight for NBA playoff seeding continues. The Cleveland Cavaliers locked up the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference last night with a 135-113 victory over the Chicago Bulls. Memphis Grizzlies get a big win, 124-100 over the Charlotte Hornets. Also, the Celtics beat the Knicks 119-117 in overtime at Madison Square Garden. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network. Tito's Handmade Vodka presents the 2025 Buzz Spring Golf Tournament, April 14th at the Burns Park Golf Course. Register your 4-person team now at 1037thebuzz.com. Special thanks to Twin Peaks, Michelob Ultra, and Corky's Ribs and Barbecue.
Roger Scott for Gravely Mowers. You know, when it comes to beautiful lawns, nothing cuts like a Gravely. When it comes to cutting prices, there's nothing like Gravely's biggest sale of the year, Mow the Distance. And this year, it's even bigger than ever. Because on March 17th through April 19th, you can save thousands of dollars with 0% interest over 48 months on all models. So hurry on down now to your local authorized Gravely dealer like Chapel Hardware in Pine Bluff or Triple C Sales and Service in Conway.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
If you're like a lot of people I know, you're spending a lot of time at home this year watching basketball and other sports, and your home's your happy place. You may be noticing, though, the scuffs and faded colors on your walls, and that can drive you crazy. That's where CertaPro can help with a paint refresh. They can make your experience worry-free, starting with a free estimate. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. Schedule your estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters. It's Justin Acri with Laura Beth from Coffin by Design West, getting you ready for spring. And Laura Beth, let's start with some of the outside options that Coffin by Design West provides for folks who are trying to spruce up their homes this time of the year.
We carry a large selection of in-stock steel products, which include leaf blowers, weed eaters, and lawnmowers.
As far as sprucing up the house for spring cleaning, you have a lot of other options there as well.
We have storage totes, power washers, flower bed tools, planters, fertilizers, all your lawn care needs.
It's Coffin by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road, Monday through Saturday, online at kaufmanlumber.com.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
Back at Screaming Kids Day here. Getting set for action just after 11 o'clock, first pitch today. Had another good outing yesterday for Arkansas. Comeback victory, 7-3 the final. We'll hear more from Dave Van Horn. We got some sound from your former OC and head coach, Bobby Petrino.
I heard it.
He doesn't know what an Excel spreadsheet is. That's okay. Anyway, we're going to talk to Gabe here in just a sec. But congrats to the Hogs. Another win. Davalon continuing his tear. I mean, it is just insane what that guy's doing. 3 hits for him yesterday. Had a 3-run homer, 4 ribbies. I mean, just a huge day for him. He's been on fire in Arkansas now. Best start ever through 34 games, 31-3. Absolutely outstanding. And Gabe Gaeckle, part of a sweep over the weekend against Missouri. An absolute bludgeoning of the Tigers. And Gabe joining us now on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline.
The Zone is joined by sophomore Razorback pitcher Gabe Gaeckle. Gaeckle appeared in 22 games last year, recording 57 strikeouts with a 2.32 ERA. He comes into this season with a preseason All-SEC first-team honors. He's brought to you by Arkansas Digital Media and Billy's Awards. Arkansas Digital Media can create awareness and generate exposure for your business, organization, or event. For all your trophy, award, and engraving needs, go to Billy's Awards. For more information on both, go to arkansasdigitalmedia.com or billysawards.com.
All right, back here at Dickey-Stephens Park, let's go to the hotline. presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza, and talk to Gabe Gaeckle. Gabe, welcome back. How are you today, sir?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Well, we're great. We're actually at the ballpark today at Dickey-Stephens. Who knows? There are a couple former Razorbacks on this roster here. Maybe someday you'll get a chance to pitch in this place. I know you didn't get a chance to the other day, but it was sure fun having a big packed house here, and then you guys go on and destroy Missouri over the weekend. Have you ever been a part of a beatdown like that in, I guess not in college maybe, but a 3-game series like that? When's the last time you saw anything close to that, Gabe?
Yeah, I mean, I know I haven't been a part of one like that. I think, I think there was a few innings throughout each game that kind of just set us apart from them in terms of the scores. But they were a solid team. We still had to come into the weekend hooked up and ready to play. An SEC team. We always say, any team in the SEC can take it to you. So it was a good weekend overall.
Yeah, most SEC teams can. They obviously are on a little different plane. I don't know if they're going to get, we don't do relegation, but I mean they may end up in the another league next year. They may wake up in Conference USA next season. We'll see. They need to get their act together. But anyway, it's impressive. And here you guys sit number 1 in the nation. Does that mean a lot to you guys at this point? Do you get a sense of pride out of that, or is it too early in the year to worry about any of that stuff and you guys don't even pay attention?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of that matters. I think we were number 1 for a good while last year, and obviously we didn't do what we wanted last year. So it's nice to know that other people think very highly of us, but at the same time we just have to come out to each game ready to play and not worry about what the rankings are going to be.
Yeah. Well, this is the second straight week that, and again, you guys come back and beat Arkansas State pretty handily. I mean, again, I thought their pitchers did a pretty good job down the stretch, but Coach, this is the second straight week he's talked about the midweek sort of being, maybe a little lackluster, maybe guys not focused, a little bit tired, and I guess when you go out and dominate SEC teams, maybe there is a tendency to do that, but the way I look at it is you're getting guys in there maybe that aren't getting as many chances to play. I know some of your key hitters are still getting time, but do you notice that? I mean, do the guys seem like maybe there's not a sense of urgency in the midweek games the same way there is as the SEC series?
I mean, I wouldn't say there isn't a sense of urgency. I think it's just a little different environment we're in. And, when you're not in conference play, you still have to come hooked up to play those games. So also it is a Tuesday, it's quite after a weekend game. And I can't vouch for those guys because I'm not playing the game, but I think they may be, maybe a little tired after the weekends. And,
sure.
That's why we got to figure it out each midweek, every Tuesday, and find a way to get those ones in because they mean a lot. So I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know those position guys are playing every single day, and I'm sure they get exhausted throughout the season. So props to them. But I mean we still got it done. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, hey, look, Gabe, I don't know anything about anything, but I'll say this. You might want to just suggest to your guys to quit scoring so many runs. That is tiring. If you get to want to sit down a little more, don't score 51 runs and, you're at bats. I mean, you guys absolutely obliterated poor Missouri's pitching staff, and, that has got to be tiring running around the bases over and over again, I imagine. And your boy Chuck Davalon is absolutely raking right now. Ridiculous. Another good performance yesterday. Put in perspective from a pitcher standpoint how hot this dude is right now.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I'd say, I think he's going to get a hit every time he steps up to that plate just because I don't remember the past week him getting out really at all. But, since day one I saw him playing, I thought he was probably going to be one of our best hitters, honestly. With that being said, I think he pulled off the scoreboard off me my very first pitch. So, I mean, we always knew he was a good player. He plays with a lot of energy, and, I think he's probably the perfect leadoff.
Well, and then you got Cam Koza was just named the player of the week, so he's obviously, that was a ridiculous weekend from him as well.
Yeah, we've been seeing it. I think our whole offense has been seeing the ball pretty well, honestly, as of lately, but Cam's also on another level right now. I think he's passed at Vandy and then Missouri. I think he's outscored the opponents in terms of RBI, so he's been seeing the ball really well. It's good to see.
What do you think is more sustainable, hitting at a ridiculous rate like your guys are right now, or pitching at a high level where you're dominating the opponents?
I don't know. I got to say hitting, just because I know when I've hit in high school, I thought it was, and I saw any somewhat decent pitcher, I thought it was pretty hard to do. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna go with hitting. I'm sure the position guys would probably say pitching at a high level, but yeah, I mean, it's impressive whenever they're seeing the ball like they are.
Gabe, I got a question when it comes to postseason. Do you think the rules when it comes to run rule, y'all have had 12 games where you have the run rule. Postseason, correct me if I'm wrong, Justin, that's not a thing. There is no run rule in the postseason. Do you think, would you rather them be the same as regular season and postseason, or are you okay with the way they are now?
No, I think I'm fine with the way they are right now. I know when you're, it's the end of the year, and I think there's a lot of stuff that can happen in the postseason. I think being down by 10 runs in the seventh doesn't completely knock the team out. Like, I mean, if it were us, for example, I've seen how many runs we can score in an inning, and if the game got called short, I'd be pretty upset about that. So I like how they are right now.
You guys are the exception, not the rule, I'm afraid, right now. But it's nice to know that your team can come back from just about anything. So things ramp up a little bit this week. Georgia, top 10 team, and certainly a lot of big challenges left on the schedule here with Texas, another team that's tied for first with you guys coming to Fayetteville later this year, and a lot of people are excited about that, going to Alex Box Stadium at LSU this year. Tennessee to finish off the regular season. I mean, you got some big challenges coming up. You got to be excited about going to Georgia this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think, the remaining of our schedule from here on out is kind of the gauntlet. You know, we have Georgia, Florida, at LSU, Tennessee, A&M swinging it well now. So, it's going to be a grind the rest of the season. But, that's why we come to Arkansas to play baseball, to play these high-level matchups in the SEC. So, yeah, we're all looking forward to it, and we're excited for Georgia this weekend.
Give me a grade on Gabe Gaeckle from last weekend.
Not great. D or D? Probably D, realistically.
Wow, I think you're a little hard on yourself. What did you not like about it, and what are we hoping for this week to improve on?
A lot of my spin pitches aren't getting where I needed them to go, so I gave it a few extra hits, and obviously wanted to limit more runs. But I think it's up next weekend to start getting my slider and all those pitches down in the dirt with 2 strikes, and when I get to 2 strikes on batters, making sure to put them away and not let them kind of hang around the bat and get some hits.
Gotcha. I think I asked Jackson about this last week. Do you pay any attention or pitch any differently depending on the ballpark?
No, I wouldn't say that has any factors to do with it. Same mindset of just you versus the batter up there, and whatever happens behind you happens. But you typically throw different if the ballpark's, unless it's just a crazy wind day, and if it's blowing really hard and it's a huge park, then I guess you can kind of allow them to hit the ball a little more and not try to punch people out as much. But I'd say that's the only time you can kind of throw distance.
It would have taken Babe Ruth and Barry Bonds in their prime, I think, to hit one out of here the other day when you guys were here. It was blown in so hard from center field. It was, it would have taken some shots. But, well, listen, man, safe travels. Best of luck down there, and we'll talk to you next week, Gabe.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
I appreciate it. That is Gabe Gaeckle joining us this morning, and he out. We got to hit a break. We've got our next guest already here. So we say hi? Yeah. Nick Raposo's here. He's the catcher for the Travelers. It's very loud. Hi, Nick.
How you doing?
Good, buddy. We got to hit a commercial break. Can you hang out with us for a minute?
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Okay, very good. Nick hails from Rhode Island. Very nice. Can't wait to dig in on this. Get some thoughts about catching here in this ballpark. We were talking about the other day with the Razorbacks in here. When the wind's blowing in, man, it's tough to jack one out of here.
Oh, yeah. You got to pitchers fill the zone up early, and hitting, got to hit on a line.
Do you call a game different when it's blown in like that? You feel a little safer on some pitches?
Some, but not really. Just try to stick to the game plan and fill up the zone early, expand with 2 strikes. But other than that, maybe try to fill it up a little more middle early when the wind's blowing that hard, but for the most part, stick to the game plan. Just go at them.
Gotcha. All right, well, stick around. We'll be right back. It's 10:44, and we'll talk with Nick on the other side. We are here at the ballpark. It's Screaming Kids Day. They haven't started yet, screaming that is, but they are here. And, again, got to be patient when you're pulling in because a lot of cars parking for a 11 o'clock start. You'll have time to get in here. Don't worry. We're starting just after 11. And the thing is, if you are stuck in line trying to get in, flip it over to 106.7 if you want to hear the start of the ball game. But we'd like you to be with us. We'll be back in a moment. It's 10:44. You're in the zone.
The GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC in Conway is your #1 source for high-quality Buicks and GMCs. Shop Sierras, Yukons, Enclaves, and more. Nobody beats the GM Giant's huge Crane cash discounts and low price guarantee. Buy with 0 down and get the Crane commitment. If your car doesn't say Crane on it, then you paid too much. Shop the GM Giant, Crane Buick GMC on Amity Road in Conway, or visit CraneTeamConway.com today. GMC, we are professional grade.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites. Walk On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer, and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro. Game on.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Matt Steele in Bryant, Todd Matthews in Benton, or Justin Stewart in Malvern today.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray, or stop by 65th and University.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037.
Can't save me, there ain't no man.
Hey, welcome back. It's 10:48. If you're driving over here today, we want you to focus on the radio. Listen to us. We'll tell you what's going on. You're not missing anything. We want you to stay undistracted. We're going to lock it in because obviously we can tell you all the bad news, and that is the fact that you are a menace if you are looking at your phone while you're driving. Now, listen, come to a stop sign, got to peek at something, okay. But don't be texting while you're driving. We know that's dangerous. 32,000 people lost their lives between 2011 and 2020. Directly related to distracted drivers. 8% of all fatalities now linked to distracted drivers, and obviously they keep putting more distractions within the car, which is a little weird, but here we are. DJ's like, my car drives for me. What are you talking about? Anyway, but for most of us, you look at your phone, bad things happen. So be careful out there, folks. Put it on Do Not Disturb. Lock it up in the glove box. Put it in the trunk if you just can't help yourself. Get a designated text or whatever you got to do. Remember, put the phone away or pay. This is paid for by our friends at the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office. And they don't want to give you a ticket. They just want you to keep yourself and other people alive. So don't be dumb. All right, we are here at the ballpark. It's Screaming Kids Day, and that will start soon enough. Joe Kleine is here. Hi, Joe Kleine.
Hi.
And we are joined by Nick Raposo, who's a catcher for the Travelers, who grew up in Providence, Rhode Island, went to Wheaton College, which is a bastion of baseball tradition, and then made his way through the minors all the way up to a couple of glorious days in the majors, I'm told, with the Cardinals.
Yes, sir, last year.
So, you know, in Bull Durham, they're riding the bus, and He talks about being in the majors, and he says, "You were in the majors?" And he says, "Yeah, white baseballs for batting practice, and all the women have long legs and brains." So, for your couple of days there, what was the biggest differences for you versus being in the minors?
I mean, quite honestly, just sitting in the dugout looking out at Busch Stadium, I mean, you look up and you feel like it goes forever. So I would say that's the biggest thing, but it was a good experience. I'm grateful for it, and I'm looking forward to getting back there.
Yeah, I mean, once you get a little taste of it, even though you didn't get in the games, it does, I'm assuming, I mean, once you can sort of paint that picture in your mind, it makes it a little easier.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, it was a great experience. I'm grateful for it, and it's just, I mean, it definitely, I mean, it doesn't change anything to this day. It's just about trying to just take it day by day, trying to win the day, and just keep getting better every day, and hopefully get back there soon.
Yeah, AA, AAA, is there a big difference? I know you were in Memphis, too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a huge difference. They have the ABS in AAA. Kind of got maybe a little more older guys in AAA, guys that bounce around a little bit. Maybe more finesse guys pitching-wise, a little more command. But other than that, I would say the game's pretty similar.
Fastball-wise, any differences? I mean, everybody got heat nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got heat nowadays. A lot of guys throwing two seams now and cutters with the four seams, so you got to kind of cover more things, and that's at every level. That's just kind of how baseball is evolving. But yeah, I mean, from low A to the big leagues, it's velo, velo, velo.
How much, no doubt, how much do you guys work between innings on what you want to do coming up?
I mean, I'll talk to the pitcher in between innings, but it's more pregame, going over scout reports, making sure me and the pitcher are on the same page, and then, as the game goes, you always got to make adjustments, and so that's kind of what we use in between innings for, and see what's working, see what's not, see how we can get the most out of every guy, and kind of get them deep into the game. How
much do you work on what you're doing defensively versus offense? Because, I mean, you got about as stressful a job as there is on the defensive side of things. Every day off the machine, just every day, just trying to polish that up. I mean, catching's unique, you're in every pitch, you can't really hide type of thing. So it's just, and that's my main focus, defense. Just try to get better at that every day, be as consistent as I can, and just get the most out of the pitcher. That's the biggest thing. Do you call the game?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So how much do you guys work beforehand scouting the other team and trying to get ready that way?
Yeah, that's a big that's probably the biggest part, and there's so much data out there nowadays kind of going through it. The Mariners do a really good job of kind of condensing it for catchers, but there's a lot of info out there now more than ever, so it's just kind of using that info, translating it to the field, and getting the most out of every pitcher.
We're talking to Nick Raposo if you're just tuning in. He's a catcher for the Travs. You told us in the break you had an interesting path to deciding baseball was the deal for you. And a lot of kids grow up playing multiple sports. You didn't have another sport as a distraction. It was another sort of activity.
Yeah, so I was probably, I think, 6 to 10 years old, and I was racing go-karts, like I said, during the break. And my dad was like, I'm going to buy you a cart or you play baseball. We can't do both. We don't have the time. So I was like, I think I'll play baseball. And quite honestly, I don't know why I said it, because I did enjoy racing go-karts a little more. But here I am today, and I think everything happens for a reason.
Were you always a catcher?
Yes, my whole life. I played third base maybe one season in high school, and quite honestly, I don't really have the attention span to play anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't think I could picture myself in the outfield just waiting for a ball. Catching, you're in there every pitch. Something's always constantly going on. It's in my opinion, the best position.
That reminds me of Matt Jones. Matt Jones used to tell me. So Matt played obviously quarterback in college, but then he played some wide receiver too. And he said when he got to the NFL, and I don't even remember him telling me this, but it's like he was basically bored. He's like, you're not as engaged, and it's like you're running sprints all day, and you may get 2 passes thrown your way in a game. It's tough to lock in if you're a guy that used to be in the quarterback.
I would think the opposite. There's a lot going on out there. Maybe
not compared to quarterback.
Yeah, you're right. You said defensively is your main focus. These guys warming up right now, when they are warming up, getting ready for a game, what do you think they're trying to get their mind right for the most? At-bats or fielding?
I think it's very particular to the situation. I think when guys are in the cage getting their work in, it's just 100% hitting, offensive. And then when they're out there, it's just 100% defense. I think that's the hardest thing about baseball, is just kind of splitting the two. When you're hitting, you're hitting. When you're playing defense, you're playing defense. So I think kind of where you're at is just kind of what you're focusing on. At least for myself, I can't speak for everyone. But when I'm doing defense, I'm all in on defense. And when I'm in the cage, it's all offense, and especially on the field. Once I have my shin pads on, I'm all defense, and then once I take them off, kind of lock in on my at bat.
Who was your team growing up?
The Boston Red Sox.
I was going to ask you about that. So who like catchers you looked up to growing up, or the guys you liked?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Yachty was amazing for a long time. I did enjoy watching him. it's probably the biggest influence. Just growing up watching him catch, he was unreal for so long. He was a staple of consistency for a long time.
And you got called up to St. Louis when Wilson Contreras went down. Was that right?
Yes.
Yeah. I liked him better when he was a Cub, but hey, whatever. It's all good. Have you been to some games at Fenway?
Yeah, growing up, my whole life, yeah.
Okay.
It's fun.
What's that like?
It's just a cool atmosphere. It's different. It's unique. Even just sitting there, it feels so on top of you, and the history of it's really cool, and it's just a good place to catch a game. And obviously, growing up Red Sox fan, it was cool. You
mentioned Busch, and even as a Cubs fan, I love Busch Stadium. It's a great experience.
Yeah.
Beautiful setting, and the way they draw the arch into the grass in the outfield is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
what are your other favorite places you've been around the country?
I mean, I feel like everywhere is pretty cool. I did enjoy Wichita, Kansas when I was in the Texas League, so I'll be there again this year. I enjoyed there. I enjoyed Frisco.
Frisco's got a nice place.
Yeah, they do. In AAA, I really enjoyed Columbus, Ohio, and Charlotte. Those are two nice ballparks. Yeah, Charlotte, the backdrop's nice, awesome field. And Columbus, I feel like, is a sneaky city. It's nice.
What's the mecca in baseball stadium?
I mean, for me, it's Wrigley, but I mean, obviously, Fenway's hard to beat too.
Yeah.
I mean, the old Yankee Stadium probably would have been up there too, but
it's
obviously
not like basketball. It's the Garden, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Right.
Football, it's Lambeau, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Baseball, kind of up in the air.
I think Fenway and Wrigley are probably the two.
Fenway's got to be up there.
Yeah, it's up there. I talked to a lot of my friends and guys who just played in the big leagues a long time, and if you ask them what ballpark they enjoy going to, and I think it's just kind of the whole encompass of the experience. A lot of them say Fenway.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm assuming, and I haven't been there, but I know it's not the biggest from a geographic standpoint town.
Right.
So you got a lot of cool stuff around there too. That's how Wrigley is too. So I mean, there's something to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to having a ballpark that's sort of out in the middle, like KC. Great ballpark, it's fun to go, but it's not like there's a huge community around there where you're going to go hang out all day.
Yep.
So Joe's a Royals fan. Don't hold it against him. So I guess what are your hopes, and what does it take to get back up to where you've been?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't try to look too far in the future. I just kind of try to take it day by day, and what can I do today to improve and make myself a better baseball player, better teammate, and I think the rest of it kind of takes care of itself. Like I said, I just try to take it day by day and just be the best version of myself every day, and hopefully that in the future will take care of itself. That's really it.
How do you guys split the reps at catcher?
It really depends. The manager will talk to us every week, kind of talk to us about playing time and how we're going to get there. So it's kind of different every week, kind of just play it week by week type of thing.
You got a favorite restaurant in town?
I do not right now. I had DeLuca's Pizza. I thought that was very good.
Yeah.
Solid, yeah.
Nice. Well, that's big news coming from you. I mean, Rhode Island,
yeah,
a lot of good pie out there.
It was good.
Yeah, I like it. Well, listen, best of luck to you, man. We'll keep an eye on your career, and appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Nick Raposo, our catcher here for the Travs, and we're going to hit a break. Coach Kelley's here. We'll talk to him the next hour, and it is about to get underway here. We're not too far from our anthem, and looking forward to that. Chris, I can't tell if the music's rolling, but if it is, then yell at me. There it is. All right, we're up against it. So we'll be back in a moment. Stick around. You are in the zone. We're live at the ballpark today. We are about 7 or 8 minutes away from first pitch. Drillers, Travelers, coming up in a moment in the zone on the Buzz Radio Network.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJ Spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
At Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Car wreck? Call Rainwater Holt in Sexton.
888-8888.
8 for a fast response. 8 for results. 8 for Arkansas.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
The Red White Report is brought to you daily on The Zone by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Our guys aren't so bad, right?
This is taking unsportsmanlike conduct to a whole new level.
Well, maybe not. 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
As things start to dry up, some Arkansas families are facing a new reality. In BB, specifically in the South Fork neighborhood, people are just beginning to recover from severe flooding. Homes were damaged and everything inside needs to be replaced. Many say they did not have flood insurance, so repairs will be out of pocket. Now they are pushing for change to flood plans in their area. A rally for bodily autonomy was held at the state capitol Wednesday. Those there spoke against certain bills and actions at the capitol, which they say target bodily autonomy, from bans on abortion to bans on gender-affirming care. It comes as a bill to add gender-affirming care to Arkansas medical malpractice law passes a House committee. The proposed legislation would allow people to sue for medical malpractice for gender transition surgery for up to 15 years after their 18th birthday. The bill will now return to the House floor. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Floyd's Seafood, Keel Avenue in Sherwood. It's crawfish season, and Floyd's has live and cooked Louisiana Cajun crawfish. Place your order by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd'sMeatandSeafood.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Sunny today with a few high clouds, a little breezy too, and we're also going to warm up, getting to 74 today in Little Rock. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 54. Partly cloudy tomorrow, high of 78, plus a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Randy and Rick welcome Nolan Souza to Drive Time Sports each week, brought to you by Seth Boyd with Shelter Insurance on Main Street in Jacksonville. Call Seth today for all your insurance needs, 501-982-6465.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville is having their annual sale April 5th through the 11th. 50% off in-stock patio furniture, 20% off pool chemicals, pool toys, floats, hot tub accessories, in-stock ledge lounger furniture, PK grills, and special Fisco furniture orders. Special pricing on in-stock hot tubs, and get 0% interest for 36 months on hot tubs the week of the sale only. Luxury Pool and Spa is also giving away a Fantasy Entice hot tub along with Pentair pool products during the sale. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
If the amazing regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics provided relief for former pro football player Bobby Carpenter, imagine the potential for your aching joints.
So my knee had been bothering me for a while. I played football for a number of years. I looked at talking to some doctors when I need to potentially have surgery, and I decided hey, let's check out QC Kinetics. I go in there and they look at the knee. Hey, here's the program that we can put you through.
That treatment takes your body's own healing properties and concentrates them at the root of the pain. No surgery or downtime.
The best part was there's no recovery until one day I felt like, hey, this feels like my old self again. I feel better. It's helped me. It's helped my dad. Hopefully it will help you in the same way. My message to them is do not wait. So you can go out and play golf and do the things that you love and enjoy.
Take it from Bobby Carpenter. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, if it doesn't involve fast horses, daily doubles, high fives, and corned beef sandwiches, you may be doing it wrong. Every weekend through May 3rd, Oaklawn has live thoroughbred racing. Whether your Oaklawn is cheering from the home stretch, dining in the Bugler restaurant, or raising a glass at the First Turn bar, your race day is whatever you want it to be. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wood Davis Lumber Plus is turning 72, and they're celebrating all month long. 72 years of service, selection, smiles, and most of all, you. And what's a celebration without a giveaway? But here's the catch. You have to stop by one of their 4 locations, Jacksonville, Cabot, Sherwood, or Greenbrier, to get the details. Come on in, check out the deals, and be part of the fun. Wood Davis Lumber Plus, where the plus is service. Since 1953.
They say you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and that's your home and your business. So if your business needs a touch-up, call CertaPro Painters and let them handle the job for you. They provide excellent workmanship, quality, and a worry-free process for both residential and commercial spaces, all at the right price. You've got to focus on your business. Let them focus on your painting. Schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Get your estimate scheduled today at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need.
All right, we got one up, one down for the Travs. They're defending here against the Drillers, and we saw a ball get drilled to center field, but not far enough, and so out he goes. Kevin Kelley is here watching the ball game. Coach, it's good to see you.
This is fantastic.
Is this not a great way to spend a day?
It was great last year. It's even better this year.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, we're sitting in the sunshine, and Christian, it is absolutely perfect weather out here today. We've got some guests coming up here. Coach Kelley's here. Joe Kleine is here, thanks to Corky's. Joe, you know what would really be great right now is rack of ribs.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
I had a rack of ribs yesterday.
Can I check your pockets and see if you have any in there?
I got some in the trunk of my car.
Let's go get them.
I'd still eat them.
I like
if they've been in there a week, I might eat them.
I might, yeah. I don't know what the
I'd taste them at least.
Oh, for sure.
I had a rack yesterday, Joe. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Full rack. It seemed like 2 racks by the time I was done.
I want you to know that Joe paused twice when he was ridiculing you earlier because he had to praise you for being such a great customer.
He's our guy, man. He's our spokesman.
But you had to give him a hard time.
He gets off kilter a little bit.
You had to give him a hard time about what was the thing you were giving him a hard time about?
The putting thing.
Oh yeah, the Masters. That's our question of the day today, Coach.
And Wes was on my side, by the way.
Well, no, Wes is backed off.
He talked to Lisa Cornwell yesterday. He talked
to a professional golfer who said, "Yeah."
He talked to who? Did he talk to Lisa Cornwell?
Yeah.
I'm not counting that. She's never seen me play. She's never seen me play either.
She doesn't have to. You're a football coach. And you're talking about dominating
Joe,
the Masters.
Me and you, $100 a hole.
Oh, I'm in. I'm all in.
You're all in?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Who do you think is easier to take money off, Coach or Charles Barkley?
Charles.
I don't know.
Come on now.
Charles is like, it's harder to go to the ATM than
it is to play golf with him.
Play golf and get money from him.
There's another pop out by the Travs. Did he hit it in a spot?
It's going to be a tough one. I got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, third out, into the crowd it goes.
Made somebody happy there.
There's a guy who knows how to suck up to the Screaming Kids Day here.
He will sell more jerseys than anybody else.
No doubt. All right, Chris, let's hit the Red White Report.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
I'm going to take off my pants. I mean, this is a beautiful day out here.
I really turned your mic off as Kevin Kelley was asking if he could take off his shirt.
Well, we're trying to figure out what parts of our clothing we can take off and get away with here at the ballpark. It is a beautiful day. If it wasn't for Screaming Kids Day, I probably would take my pants off. And I wish I'd worn shorts now, but we were sitting under the tent, Christian. That was a big mistake.
Yeah, you may not be allowed to go within a certain amount of feet of an elementary school if you took your pants off there.
No, there is a North Little Rock police officer here. She already checked on us. She's like, I was told to come over here and check on you guys. I'm like, we're okay. I think you take your clothes off, you're probably going to be in trouble. All right, Red White Report.
Hey, Coach Kelley, would you go get me a beer, please?
The Razorbacks won yesterday 7-3 over Arkansas State. Hogs now 31-3. What a start to the season. Incredible. And Charles Davalon continuing his tear. Here's Coach talking about him. He had 3 hits, including a 3-run homer yesterday in that 7-3 win. Here's Coach talking about his performance specifically against lefties.
It says it on paper. He's hitting for a higher average. I wouldn't say that he's hitting them better. He's just hitting them as well. And, he hasn't faced as many lefties as righties, but he hits them hard because he just uses the whole field. He doesn't pull off. When you're, left-handed, you'll see it every now and then. Left-handed hitters will hit lefties as good or better than the righties because they stay on the ball. And, he does a great job of that. If you just watch him take pregame BP, he'll pull the ball a little bit, but he's staying through the middle going the other way. And, in the game, he's just wearing it out over there. And those teams try to pitch him in a little bit too, trying to bust him in. And, he's gonna hit some of those balls over the scoreboard whenever that starts happening. You start guessing a little bit. But, he does a great job of staying on the ball and using the whole field.
The Hogs can only hope they get weather like this when they go to Georgia this weekend. It is sunshiny. There is no humidity. Pollen seems to be down the last couple of days. It is just, I can't imagine a better day. It's just perfection.
Cold beer would be nice.
It would be if I was drinking today.
Yeah.
There's not even like a little baby cloud.
No. What'd you say, Christian?
Said I'm not endorsing it. I like me cold beer.
But I ain't hating on it. Thank you, Coach Pittman. And basketball, Adu Thero has officially declared for the NBA draft, announcing on social media. He says it comes after much thought and reflection. He is thankful to Coach Cal, yada, yada, yada. We'll see what happens. It's not over until it's over. I don't know when they got to pull their name out if they decide to come back. Christian, you know that date?
It's towards the end of May, I believe. I don't remember the exact date.
By the way, Razorbacks finished 20th in the nation, behind a whole slew of SEC teams. Florida 1, Auburn 4, Tennessee 5, Alabama 6, and Kentucky 12. Ole Miss 18, A&M 19. Arkansas 20. I think Arkansas was better than Ole Miss and
Can we have a little problem with that since we finished in the Sweet 16 and finish at 20th? Shouldn't we have to finish?
No.
I think we should.
I don't think they should finish ahead of St. John's in the final rankings because St. John's only lost 5 times all year.
We beat them heads up.
I agree.
They're playing it at Big East.
Joe, I agree with Joe.
Jeez. Congratulations to Arkansas first baseman Bree Ellis, who you can hear on Morning Mayhem through the season, and infielder Ella McDowell named the SEC Player of the Week and Freshman of the Week, respectively. Congratulations to them. Arkansas back in action. They are ranked 10th in one poll, 12th in the other, 29-8 this year. They are taking on number 10/11 South Carolina this week. First pitch is set for 6 o'clock on Friday. And again, the baseball team starting against Georgia. 5 o'clock first pitch. So Randy's like, do I even show up to work?
Might as well not.
I mean, my goodness. 30 whole minutes for the drive time on Friday. Must be nice, Randy. All right, I think that's it. Christian, am I missing anything for the... Oh, yeah. How about Bobby Petrino spoke to the media yesterday. Coach Kelley, I want you to get your thoughts on this here. He was asked about spreadsheets and Excel spreadsheets because apparently, I guess we're talking about the quarterback, said that they have a spreadsheet where they go through all the things, I guess. I don't know exactly what that entails.
Like a call sheet?
I don't know. No, I think it was more like a performance-based sort of review in a spreadsheet.
Okay.
I think it goes through like every play or something.
Yeah, but apparently Coach doesn't utilize that. Only the quarterback does. Anyway, Coach was asked about the spreadsheet yesterday. He seemed a little bit thrown off by it.
I have a spreadsheet I'm showing you right now with every play we ran this year.
Great on decision making and execution. And I'm just curious, when you looked back with him and kind of diagnosed last season, what were the main things that stood out?
Did you say full Excel?
He said y'all have a full Excel grades sheet.
What's Excel?
Something
That's kind of where I'm at right now with this technology stuff. So my Excel is to be able to get on the computer and do football. But I do write out a grade sheet, and I do think that Miles Fishback types it up, maybe in Excel. I don't know about that, but yeah, that's what I believe playing quarterback is every single play we have a decision to make. all right, whether it's stay with the play called, change the play, stay with the protection called, change the protection, drop back pass, holding the mic, key in the nickel, where I throw the ball. And then I have to be able to execute what my assignment is sometimes. Like in the run game, we've got to be perfect on our footwork, perfect on our ball handling, and perfect carrying out our fake. In the pass game, it's as simple as I make the decision. I got to be able to throw the ball and complete it. It doesn't do me any good if I can make great decisions and not be able to complete the passes that are there. And I've had quarterbacks like that. Man, this guy knows what he's doing, but man, he can't complete it. And then you've had quarterbacks that don't know what they're doing and throw the ball real well, but they get you in trouble with decision making and interceptions and stuff like that. So just how I've always graded a quarterback. I remember my first stint in the NFL, I gave Mark Brunell that grade sheet, and he said, "What's this?" And I said, "Well, that's the grade sheet, man." He said, "Oh, I've never been graded since I've been in the NFL." So I said, "Well, you are now."
So spreadsheet's happening. Coach is not the one originating the spreadsheet. He's just giving the information to be put into the spreadsheet. You were saying, Coach, before we hit that?
Well, like it's, people go, what are coaches doing looking at spreadsheets? Or players are looking. I have every play we ran, every situation, the amount of times we ran it, each individual play, what it was against. You go back and you look at that information and you learn from it. And you learn that stuff like say he ran a certain play 58 times. 37 of them it was bad, and you look and you're like, all 37 times it was either against this front or this technique or this coverage, then maybe that's not a good play to run against that. And we need to check out of that when you see it, so you learn from that kind of stuff. And Bobby Petrino, one of my claims to fame is when he took the job at Arkansas originally, he flew into Little Rock. I picked him up at the airport and drove him around all day and showed him Little Rock and what it was, War Memorial and where they were staying, all this. And we spent a lot of time together talking. Bobby Petrino doesn't care about what it's called, Excel or whatever. He's got guys that do that for him. So for him to say he doesn't know what it is, he knows what it is because he's looking at it. He just doesn't know what the name of it is.
Right. Yeah.
But he is very aware because he is very astute in the film. I mean, listening to the guy, it's like he's doing surgery on one play. He talked about one play one time for probably an hour and a half.
That's pretty awesome.
He didn't make it past 3 players. He wanted to describe what all 11 players did step by step. All right, the right guard on this play is going to take a 6-inch post step. And I'm like, freak, 6 inches? Like you're going to measure the guy out 6 inches, And then he would go, now we're going to flip it to the left side. And I'm like, my gosh, But that's how he is. And that's how he's built.
That's awesome.
And to me, he's built like that. Bill Belichick's built like that. And I've not met any other coaches that are.
Well, the Travs have scored their first run at home for the season. Woohoo! After getting shut out yesterday, they got one home there, so that's good to see. They lost 1-0 yesterday, or 1-0 if you're a soccer fan. But there's 2 outs now in the bottom of the first, and the Travs are on the board 1-0 over the Drillers. Here's a little more from Coach Petrino talking about the offense, hopefully not in too intricate a fashion, Coach, because we don't have an hour and a half to listen to his clip. Or if we did, the show would be over afterwards.
I'm excited about the possibilities of us being really good on offense. I feel like we're better and deeper in the offensive line. I like our running back crew. It's going to be fun to see when we get to these scrimmages, the yards after contact and how many tackles we break. I think we're explosive there. Mike Washington gives us a little bit different of his speed, so that helps you be not to have to call so many plays. I like our tight end group. I think it's a good combination of size and strength and a really good route runner, catcher. We need to get Platt back full healthy, which he was the last 2 practices, because he can do both. He can be the big run blocker and also run and catch. He's a real talented guy. Receivers were a little bit different than we were a year ago when you look out there and see the size of guys, but I do think that we have some explosive players there. We're trying to find out who's going to be that one go-to guy when you need a first down and that you can count on to get open and catch the ball when you're sometimes not open. I think that's one of the things that we haven't done as well as I would like, is to catch the ball in contested, when you're contested, and still be able to catch the ball. Cece's been the one that has done that better than anybody else so far.
Cece.
Ishmael.
Like that?
Yeah, I've been seeing a couple clips of him at practice. Very athletic catches. Good job catching the ball with his hands.
I like that.
I love it. Tracking it, looking it into the tuck, I saw a couple other players with some big-time plays, but you kind of see the ball bouncing off their chest first and then kind of capturing it. And I'm telling you, when SEC play starts, that's going to matter. So CeCe does a really good job catching the ball with his hands. He talked about the tight ends. That's where it gets interesting. He said we got a really good route runner. And
they like the kid from Montana State.
It's Rohan Jones.
Yeah, sounds right.
And
that's a great program. And he had 9 touchdown catches, I think, last year. He's an All-American.
He's going to be...
He's a good-sized kid, too.
He seemed a little short to me, which is fine.
I think he's 6'2".
Now, size-wise, the dude's jacked.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely is in the weight room at all times. But it just goes back to, I think, ultimately Taylon Green and the ability to make the right decision and get the guy the ball. Because I remember talking to Coach Petrino last year about Luke Haas, and he says, DJ, he's special.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
Luke Haas. He said,
how do you say it?
DJ. He said, Luke, he's special now, and he's special. He's going to break your records. And, so he saw the talent. I think, he's seeing it now. It's just going to come down to Taylon Green being able to not only get them the ball, but also making the right checks for the offensive line to give himself time and pre-snap recognition. All that stuff matters. This whole season, Oakland just came out. They got it at 5.5 right now, over or under. And it really all comes down to how well Taylon Green has a grasp on the offense and putting them in the right call each play. So
5.5 seems about right to me of what I would expect. How about Oklahoma at 6.5? If they win 6 games next year, people in Norman are going to flip out.
Yeah,
they're going to flip out.
They're not going to like that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably be asked to leave.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, there ain't no probably.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not sure if he wins 7, they're not going to flip out.
They might flip out. People are nowadays it depends on the buyout. I mean, we all know that. Now it comes down to how much you're willing to pay a guy not to coach. Some schools are willing to pay a lot. I think DJ's right on Taylon Green. I mean, it doesn't matter about anything else if the quarterback doesn't make good decisions or throws the ball and doesn't throw it where he wants to. And none of the rest matters. And it's just the nature of the beast.
Well, I always say you can't execute a plan if you don't have a plan. So if he's got the knowledge and the understanding better of where he wants to go with it on a more regular basis, that can only help, right? The execution of it's a different thing. Can he get it there when he wants to? Like, if I'm trying to throw it to you, can I get it to you? But I feel better in his second year that he's going to know a little more on a regular basis where he wants to go with it.
I want to see him rely more on his quarterback and what Bobby Petrino has taught him instead of relying on his feet. I mean, right now he is 1 second. If I don't see it, I'm running around.
Did you have to break Freddie and other running quarterbacks out of that?
Yes. And obviously Freddie Knight was a great runner, went to A-State, set a bunch of records, Sun Belt Player of the Year 2 times. And phenomenal. One time I went 3 straight games, and I did not allow Freddie to run the ball. You are not allowed to scramble. You're not allowed to run. You must make the read and throw it, take your sack, or throw it out of bounds. And honestly, I think it was one of the best things I did for him. Because then we needed it later on when people are like, you know what? We're going to line up 2 guys outside and not let you get outside. They're not even going to rush you. We're going to make you throw it from the pocket. And he had to be able to do that, and he could then. And with Taylon Green, the more he trusts, there's no doubt he's getting the greatest coaching offensively in the world. I mean, it gets no better than Bobby Petrino. He's got to trust it, stand in there, make a good pre-snap decision. Like, this is probably where this ball's going. And then start the throw. If it's not there, pull it down and throw it to the other guy. But too many times last year, you and I, DJ and I sat there and watched a bunch of little film. Man, the guy was pre-snap going to be open. They're running a slant, and the linebacker's outside him, and he didn't recognize that. Just say, set, hut, throw it to him.
Yeah.
And that's what he's supposed to do. And literally, a third of your plays can be that easy.
Yeah.
But he wanted to rely on those feet, and it ended up that way.
And I think, too, what will help him, and we'll give him some grace on this, how many meltdowns with the easiest protection there is for an offensive line, slide protection, how many times they just couldn't get that figured out. It doesn't matter who your quarterback is. And 100%. So what that does, it'll get in your head as a quarterback. And so it was just an unfortunate recipe for disaster. But like I said, now we got a little bit more experience, at least in the offense with the offensive line. And now with Taylon probably having a better grasp of what's coming before it comes as well.
There's a little analytic in the NFL about getting hit, a quarterback getting hit, not sacked, but hit 3 times in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And how bad they are. And I'm talking the best of the best. Mahomes, Brady, those guys too. And with those protections, you're right. I am not blaming Taylon Green. I think he's a talented young man. but we have got to protect him early and make sure the line, and you said it yourself, it is simple protections that we messed up on. Man, if we do nothing else, we've got to protect him in the first quarter and let him get settled in the pocket, and then I think he'll be on his way.
Coach talked a little bit about running backs in that other clip we had on offense. He also expanded on his running back thought. Sounds like he's pretty encouraged from what he's seeing in that regard.
Yeah, I like the group a lot. Braylon has done a really nice job getting his weight down. He's faster, he's quicker, he's been able to play longer without getting fatigued. I want to see his explosiveness, and unfortunately we got our scrimmage canceled last week because of the weather and having to go inside, but I'm looking forward to seeing his explosiveness at that weight and how well he can come out of tackles and make yards after contact. I really like Mike Washington. He's got great size, he sees things, and he's explosive. I think we got a chance to make big plays. He also catches the ball really well, as does Braylon out of the backfield. Braylon, I remember him in high school. They ran tight end routes with him, and his ability to jump and turn, and he's been showing that this spring for us too. Rodney's still a really good player. He's got to be able to stay healthy. That's the issue right there. Is he's a smaller guy and he does get hit hard, so he needs to just be able to stay healthy, and we'll have a good role for him both in the run game and the pass game because he can do both of them very well.
Running back talk.
I didn't know Rodney was still here.
I know it. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing when he
Rodney
said that.
Hill?
Yes.
I thought he was a senior. Was he
I
not?
don't know. I guess not.
Oh.
Anyway. Sorry, you on?
No, you are mean.
Okay, sorry, Coach. What were we saying?
That's mean. Didn't know he was still.
No, I wasn't trying to be ugly. I really didn't know.
Just because it's true doesn't mean it's not mean.
No, I just remember in the bowl game we were thinking this will be a great opportunity to send him out the right way for him to get the start. Oops. Did we not say that?
Yeah.
Oops.
You tried to send him out. Thank you. I got some Whit Davis Lumber Plus live fan feedback here. Can we please talk about the band playing in the stands of the damn Razorback game yesterday? That should never happen. The band playing in the stands at the baseball game?
Yep, they were in the stands.
Who cares? What's wrong with that?
I didn't know.
He was probably sitting close to him.
No.
What's the problem then?
I don't know. Obviously, he doesn't like the band playing in the stands.
Well, they probably play Hey Jude.
It's not.
That's what I was just going to say, Chris. Are they playing Hey Jude?
Yeah.
It's not traditional.
If you're sitting right next to him, it's no.
It's the tradition of
Were they the whole time there?
I saw them there early. I watched, they were there, I don't know the whole time, but I saw them 2 or 3 times.
Where do they normally sit?
They're never
there.
Yeah.
Bands don't go to baseball games. I mean, how many have you seen?
Not many.
I think the guy that it's a tradition-based bitch. Is that the right way to say it?
Sure. Alex.
Wait, what?
I like it, Joe. He just calls it like he sees it.
Alex says New Orleans is gross and dangerous unless you know where you're going. Stop, Justin. We were talking about playing the Final Four at one city. Look, dude, if you don't understand that New Orleans is a great American city, we'll just have to agree to disagree. I love New Orleans. And it is I will say it's a little bit polarizing for some. I have friends who can't stand it. And then I have people who know what they're talking about, and those are the people that like it. So I get it. You go down there during Mardi Gras at 3 in the morning and smell pee in the streets. I can understand why you're not into it, but that's not how I experience New Orleans. So
I think the vast majority of people that have been there like to go visit for a couple days. You just don't want to live there.
Yeah, I don't want to live there either, but I do love going for a week at a time. And I love the architecture. I love the restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
I love the live
would
music.
Would you agree with this? The people that do live there are dieharders.
Yes.
Like, they are married to that
Well,
city.
listen,
You know,
the passion they have for their community is remarkable. I agree. Look, there's some scumbags that roll through a lot of towns, and you're going to run into some douchebags who are down there just to get wasted and act stupid, and you're going to find that in a lot of cities that are based on hospitality.
What would you call them, New Orleaners?
I don't know.
I'm gonna call them Saints.
If you're on Bourbon Street
on
a Friday night after 11, you get what you get.
Yeah.
What,
you need to know that when you go there.
Absolutely. Don't go down there.
Expect something.
Don't go down there and go, oh my God, this is crazy. There's crazy people here. Well, no, blank.
Yes.
Yeah. You were the crazy one for thinking it wasn't gonna be.
They got great, but I think you're perfect. I mean, it's a great city. I wouldn't want to live there, but again, you wouldn't be living on Bourbon Street.
Right.
So I mean, it's
wouldn't I?
Maybe,
talked about
maybe 3 out of 4.
You wouldn't be living on Bourbon.
3 out of 4 of us.
You talked about the Go Harders. What city do you think has the proudest residents? Where they just
Boston.
New York.
New Yorkers?
Boston or New York?
Bostoners?
Yeah.
Just between those two?
Yeah, Boston.
LA.
I feel like Texas people are pretty proud.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, you get a lot of, like Dallas. I would think a lot of these cities have a lot of transplants. LA seems like a place where there's a lot of people who move there that didn't grow up there. Same with Dallas and a lot of other places. But I think New York and Boston
Yorkers.
for sure. You got a lot of people that.
Philly's
another one. Yeah, the Northeast for sure.
Well, there are some great American towns that are proud of where they are that I wouldn't want to live.
Listen, those big old women down in San Antonio are proud of their town too. But Charles Barkley gonna keep giving them hell. Roy McElroy says, Hoggy style, he always walks like he's holding in a shark. Yeah, you might be onto something there. He does kind of have that look about him. We're going to take a break here in a second. We got Michael Felder coming up. A couple things here from the D3 Auto Sales text line. Yeah, Justin and Jill, that's why they came out with that song, Freaks Come Out at Night. I think it was based on New Orleans After 11, no doubt. How's Augusta after the storm? Interesting question, Ron. I saw a note from one of the golfers, maybe Patrick Reed. I can't remember who it was, but he said, yes, you can tell there are a few trees that have been gone, but he said it basically has maintained its teeth, so I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. This person says he thinks Hill had a COVID year left. I thought we were done with that officially this year. That's it now, right? We're done with the COVID. I think for basketball, I think that's it.
Basketball's done.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see why would it be different.
It's been a while.
Well, he could have been a freshman in 2020 when the COVID year happened, and then 2024 was a senior season. Yeah.
This guy wants to know if we're going to be at Walk-Ons in Little Rock or Conway tomorrow. We'll be at Little Rock, but Conway would be a great spot too. This person says, is CC not Courtney Crutchfield?
No.
Cisse. C-I-S-S-E.
I heard his name was Cece. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they're talking about Crutchfield too much right now, but hopefully they are by the season.
They're not.
Did you watch him in high school, Coach?
Once or twice, yeah. I saw him now. I did go watch him play basketball.
I saw him play basketball.
He's obviously an athlete, yeah. If they coach him up and if he takes coaching well,
that's the big thing.
Yeah, he'll be good.
One more thing here. Can we hear DJ's point of view on this Arkansas State football deal? Delusional Arkansas fans always just sound so scared. It shouldn't even be in the same conversation. Arkansas State hang with Arkansas in a game. Get your over-under wins up. Have nothing to hang your hat on to complain. The morning guys got into a big debate about the Arkansas State game because they played them in baseball yesterday.
Baz, Roger, Fort, Josh, and Justin are adamantly against it.
Adamantly against it.
Against them playing?
Yeah, against Justin especially, and I'm not worried about Josh. He just moved here 10 minutes ago. But Justin, who grew up here as a Razorback fan, is still opposed to it. I think it has sort of evolved. And my thing is, if you're playing Troy or you're playing Arkansas State or you're playing Coastal Carolina or anybody else on the Sun Belt, nobody's going to go, I got a scholarship offer to go to Arkansas, or I'm going to go to Arkansas State because they beat Arkansas in a game and think I'm going to go there. You're not.
Wait, that was the argument?
Well, it's just like, why should Justin's like, what's the upside?
Yeah.
There's nothing to gain in
It's upside versus no upside.
But there's nothing to gain by playing Troy State if you look at that.
And that was the argument,
but you keep the money in state, which is nice.
Justin's argument was that there's much more to lose than there is to gain.
What is there to lose?
Pride.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're right. Justin's right. Nobody's going to go to Arkansas State if they beat them just because they went to Arkansas State.
That's just pride messing with you.
There's nothing to lose except pride.
You're right, Christian.
What did he say?
It's pride messing with you.
My take on it is this.
Pride.
This is why I'm for it, and I like it. I think you get a big game feeling with a big game atmosphere without playing a big-time opponent. Now, can they beat you? No disrespect to Arkansas State. I mean, can they? Can they give you a game and all that? Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, but we've seen that with what's gone on in the past. But I just think it's invaluable to where I think if you play good against Arkansas State, you win easily. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most years.
If you play good against a bigger time opponent, you lose. So I think the risk reward. I think it's a great risk reward from the standpoint you're playing a good team that you should be able to beat. And you're going to get a big-time atmosphere. It's going to have a feel of a big game. And you don't get that with Troy, with Western Kentucky.
Or an FCS team.
Yeah. And there's a little pressure there. You're going to have some heat.
Tight.
There's going to be some heat. So you're going to see how do you respond, when there's a little heat.
I'll say this, too. When you talk about big game atmosphere, a lot of Arkansas fans would say, we get that all the time when we play Texas or we play this. All right, hear me out. My thing is, it would be nice to be hated too. in a game. Texas don't care about Arkansas. LSU don't care about Arkansas. Ole Miss don't care about. Who else are we apparent rivals with?
They care, but not. We call it a rivalry.
A&M don't care about Arkansas.
They care. We call it a rivalry.
We call it a rivalry.
They don't.
They don't. They're like, we're not. Stop
Does Missouri
trying to
care?
make this a thing.
Or does Missouri not lose enough to Arkansas to care?
I don't know about the. I would say that's the interesting one, just because we've lost so many times to them. But Arkansas fans didn't care for the longest time. But I think Arkansas State is the only opportunity to actually have a true rival who doesn't like you just as much as you don't like them.
Look, in the big picture of things, it is really good for the Arkansas Razorback football team to be able to feel that pressure, like Joe said.
Yeah.
You can't get that in those other games, and they're going to be in pressure. You're getting that situation, and kids play differently under pressure. You're getting that situation before you get to the SEC.
Coaches are going to feel the heat.
Oh, yeah. 100.
I think that's good, too. I think it gets you ready.
I mean, if you're a hardcore traditionalist, just because you're a hardcore traditionalist and you're just not ever going to change, and you don't ever want to take the games out of Little Rock and you want to keep playing at War Memorial Stadium, or you don't ever want to play in-state competition, I can't change your mind.
No.
There are some of you people who want to turn back to the 1800s and do some things that were done that way too. But guess what? We evolve as a society. I agree, DJ. I'm with you. I think we've got to evolve.
Do you not think the coaches, the Razorback coaches, that's a good point, they're going to look at this game. They're like, we freaking got to win this game, right?
Yes.
Hey, we've got to. So what does this game do? Like, if I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan, which I am, I want them to play this game so my team is in tip-top shape on their freaking P's and Q's early.
You know what's worse than losing to Arkansas State? Losing to a kid who you ran off campus and getting your ass kicked by him when he went to Western Kentucky. You know what's worse? Almost losing to your former coach who's at an FCS school. Thank God he's back at Arkansas now. He almost brought Missouri State in here, beat Arkansas State. That would be worse.
Western Kentucky was done in front of about 20,000 people.
Oh, there's another issue.
It was awful.
The good news is, I guess, if you lose to Arkansas State, at least there will be 75,000 people there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm jacked. I think
it'll be great.
I'm jacked.
Look, if you're worried,
I don't have a problem for it.
I mean, I'm excited. I mean, look, I think they ought to do it on a semi. I don't think they should do it every year, but every once in a while, in Fayetteville, will be fine. I mean, I think you're going to get a good crowd at War Memorial because there's only 55,000 seats. I hope it's packed out, but anyway, we'll see.
I think it will be.
If you're an Arkansas State fan and you're not going to this game after complaining about it all the years,
you better be there. You better freaking
be packed.
Yeah, I say that every year. I always think it's going to be that way. It doesn't always work out that way.
It'll be packed. And I'll say this too. If you're worried, Arkansas fan that is, about losing that game, we got bigger problems.
You got big problems.
All right, we got big problems. We got to run a break. Michael Felder's coming up after the break. We will join him in a second. Joe's got to go. You can
gotta go.
Plug Corky's, Joe.
Come by. It's Coach Kelley's favorite place. He comes and gets bulk orders. He orders caterings.
Nice.
He uses the party room. He gets ribs. He gets chicken. He loves our wraps. He loves our catfish. He loves Corky's. Am I right?
I love your rack of ribs.
If there was going to be a Coach Kelley special on the menu, what would it be?
I will. Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite thing is the ribs.
What's your sides?
I just got straight ribs.
You don't get any sides?
Well, sometimes I do, yeah.
What are your sides?
Fried okra.
Okay.
Black-eyed peas.
All right. You don't do potato salad?
No, those are as closest to vegetables I get.
And those are homemade black-eyed peas.
They're good. Hey, they're good, though.
And the green beans.
He's like, Coach, did you like vegetables? He's like, no. What if we fry them?
Hey, but your black and chicken sandwich is my favorite in the city.
It is
really
great. That's the thing. You guys are so good at so many things. A lot of places you try to do too much, you can't. You guys, your burger's good. I mean,
if you don't like barbecue,
wings are
we
great.
got you covered.
I go to lunch there a lot because it's got a wide variety of good stuff. So no matter who I take, they're fine and they're happy.
No doubt.
You know.
And we got beer. Cheap beer.
Don't forget to throw that in.
Got a good bar. We got TVs and we got beer. $2 drafts.
I like the way you say it like you're from Wisconsin. We got beer. We got beer, y'all. All right, we got to hit a break. It's, we're way late. What the heck? Is it really 11:38? Dear Lord. All right, Michael Felder coming up.
Floyd's Seafood, Keel Avenue in Sherwood. It's crawfish season, and Floyd's has live and cooked Louisiana Cajun crawfish. Place your order by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd'sMeatandSeafood.com.
This is SportsCenter.
Last night, Arkansas baseball beat Arkansas State 7-3 to improve to 31-3 on the season, which is a record best start through 34 games. Charles Davawon went 3 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs. He's reached base safely in 28 straight games and has gotten a hit in 17 straight games. Pitchers Cole Gibler, Dylan Carter, and Carson Wiggins combined for 3 1/3 inning, allowing no runs to close the game. Carter got the win, his 4th of the season. After the game, Coach Dave Van Horn talked about Carson Wiggins' growing role.
He feels like if he pitches once on the weekend, he's good to go in the middle of the week. Pitch him again on the weekend, or maybe we pitch him Friday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday. Maybe we can pitch him twice. Just depends. You know, the way he's been pounding the strike zone, I mean, I'll put him out there anytime. He's got a really good slider, and he's got obviously an electric fastball, and if he's got both those pitches going, he's going to be awfully tough.
Next up for Arkansas is a road trip to Georgia that starts on Friday. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Are you someone who tries to drive while distracted by your phone? Someone who props it up on the steering wheel or peeks down at it for a glance? Or just scrolls and scrolls? If so, you could be the next person to get into a fender bender, get a ticket, veer off the road, or even cause a crash that kills you or someone else. Enough with the phones already. Put them down and pay attention, or pay the price.
Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
Spring into big bloomin' wins at Southland Casino Hotel. Earn entries in April to win your share of up to $100,000 in free play or a 2025 GMC Denali Sierra on April 26th. On Fridays, play Take It or Leave It for your share of $215,000 in free play. Saturdays through April 19th, win $1,500 in free play every 15 minutes. Big wins and a brand new Denali. Only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Every project is an opportunity, and every John Deere tractor is built for rising to the challenge. The Down-to-Earth package is built for breaking new ground. The Greenway Special is built for cutting time, not corners. And the Weekend Warrior is built for those who give it everything, even on their days off. It's your time and your land. Let Greenway help you make the most of it with 0% financing for 7 years. Visit GoGreenway.com to get started. With approved credit, see dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2025.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show, but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037. Sheridan head coach Kevin Kelley once dominated high school football in Arkansas, winning 9 state titles and 18 years at Pulaski Academy. Now he's dominating the airwaves on the zone. He's brought to you by Little Rock Athletic Club. Whether you love swimming, playing tennis, running, lifting weights, playing basketball, doing CrossFit, or playing pickleball, you can do it all there. Pursue a healthier life and play on at Little Rock Athletic Club.
All right, back here at Screaming Kids Day at Dickey-Stephens Park. Michael Felder standing by. Coach Kelley is here. We appreciate our friends at the Little Rock Athletic Club. Get yourself in great shape. It's summertime, Coach. We're sitting on here baking in the sun. You got to get on the Little Rock Athletic Club if you're not already working out somewhere. It is a great place to go. And we're talking about Corky's having a little something for everybody. They got a little something for everybody. You want to swim, you want to pickleball, you want to basketball, you just want to lift weights, you want to go to classes. They got you covered across the board.
Literally anything and everything you want. And the best thing is, and I dealt with some bad customer service I'm not even going to talk about this week. I usually like telling my story. But great customer service, great human beings, great people, make you feel good about showing up. And it's the best thing because you can go take your whole family there and everybody has a good time. 40% off this in May for joining fees, so that's coming up. I think they probably might even extend it to you now if you asked them. So the best time ever, and get that summer body ready. I mean, everybody's going to want to go out by the pool, lay around. Might as well drop a couple inches, drop a couple pounds, and you do that by enjoying yourself at the Little Rock Athletic Club.
The Travelers lead it 2-1. Blake Rambush just grounded out to short, narrowly thrown out at first base. That's a great name. Rambush.
That is a good. I saw him up on the board. And I was like, that is a great name.
It is a great name.
That was a good play.
That was a nice play by the shortstop, although I thought he was safe. This first base umpire doesn't know what she's doing. Let's go to the
terrible
Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. I thought this guy didn't catch his 5 ball either.
He didn't
pop
catch
up.
It. He didn't catch
Football, it would have been a no catch.
Michael Felder joining us on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Michael, we are at the ballpark today. It's what we call Screaming Kids Day. They got kids from all over the state here watching the game. Ballpark's packed. It's a sunny day. I've seen a lot of baseball, Michael. I don't know that I've ever been to a better weather day at a ballpark than I am right here today. I'm pretty happy right now. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. A week ago, my kid turned 7, and you know how many people were at my house?
How many?
70.
What? For what?
For my kid's birthday party.
Oh, my God.
That's too many.
That's too. You're doing too much, Michael.
Kid ain't get that many friends. 70?
How much is family?
2.
You're doing too much, Michael. You're good dad. Good dad.
You sound like my wife, and you sound like my mom and my dad. They're like, you're doing too much. But my kid had, we had 25 of her friends, but then the new age, and I don't know if you know about this, DJ, I don't know if you know about this, Coach, or Justin, I don't know if you guys know about this, but the siblings are all also invited. And so if kid that your friend is friends with, then it's also sibling, then it's also the parents stay, they don't do drop-off.
Oh, no. I'm not about that. Drop your kid off and get the hell out of here. You can come back and walk out.
Yeah, that's what I want. I was starting to think Michael went running and just pointed to people and say, hey, party at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they got there.
Well, that's not good.
7.
Well, let's talk a little draft. And I guess maybe we're probably done with pro dates and everything, right? Draft's coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah. Yep.
How are we feeling about, we've had a lot of debates about Landon Jackson. DJ says 7th round.
No,
I'm kidding.
No.
He's been hard on him. Michael, what do you think? He obviously helped himself at some of these senior games and had a pretty good run at the combine. What do you think happens with Jackson?
I thought his combine was good. That's a good thing. I thought his combine was good. I do think that hang on, let me flip it back on you guys. We see this whole flip to edge, right? Where it's become its own position in the NFL, and he's listed as an edge. So where does he fit in the pantheon of edge? We're not talking about him as a linebacker. We're talking about him not as a defensive end. We're talking about him as an edge. And DJ, I want to get your thoughts on this first. Is it a different position?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say he's 7th round. I think he's a solid 2nd round pick, but. No, his position is interesting. I think a lot of people, for some reason, are thinking edge rusher. Michael, I see him as a very solid defensive end in a 3-4 defense. He's not like your Von Miller, Clay Matthews on that type of edge outside linebacker in that type of offense. But you bring him in, he's athletic enough, I would say tone enough to be able to put on 20 more pounds and be a really solid option as that type of defensive end. And I think what's underutilized or not talked about enough is how effective he was in the run game. I think that's his strongest suit, not even so much the pass rush. So I think that would be a good fit, but, that's just my 2 cents. But I know a lot of people for some reason are saying, first rounder, one of the best pass rushers. I personally just don't see that.
I went on one of the websites that has the mock draft, and they showed some highlights of him. And I hate to say, I'm not bashing, but probably 70% of his highlights were when he was unblocked.
Yeah.
Not blocked. Well, I hope you can make the play for not blocked. That's not saying that's the only plays he could make, but I'm saying whoever put that highlight together, we need to show him doing something where he's getting blocked, because he's going to be blocked 99% of the time. But I don't think he's a true edge. I think you're right. I think he's better in the run game than people think. Yeah. And I don't think he's as good a pass rusher as I would want as a true edge guy.
Yeah, I think he's a 5-tech. I think he's a 5-tech. And honestly, if I was going to compare him to anyone, I would compare him to, I don't know if you guys remember him, but Brandon Gedrick from Alabama. A guy that was just really good at using his hands, really good at setting the edge, and then making sure that other guys made plays. And I think that's where he excels at from watching him. I'm literally in the middle of getting through my defensive ends. I just got through the linebackers, just got through the safeties. I'm working through like these quote unquote edge guys and figuring out where I slot them. But it's like if you ask him to do the same things you're going to ask Abdul Carter to do, that's not his job.
I don't know if you looked at quarterbacks yet. I'm curious about, is Cam Ward the no-brainer first pick?
I think he will be. I don't think he should be. I think Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, and now all of a sudden Jackson Dart are the top 3 quarterbacks in this draft. But if we put them into last year's draft, those guys, they would be, what are we looking at? We're looking at maybe Cam Ward bumps over, Drake May or something, or bumps over J.J. McCarthy. And so he goes to 6, and then we're looking at quarterback 8 and 9. 6, 8, 9. That's what we're looking at from these guys. And so
I've seen I've seen a little bit of hate on Shedeur of late with his accuracy, or I guess just in the pro day or whatever. But again, you got a body of work from watching him play in college for a couple of years. I mean, I don't know what you get from pro day that you didn't get from watching game footage, but this is always the debate this time of year. Coach, what about for you? What's your order of top quarterbacks?
Shedeur. I think Shedeur is scary. I think Shedeur is scary to coaches and GMs because he doesn't have to play football right now. He doesn't have to play. He doesn't need the money. He's not like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, this is something that is a very real thing where guys are trying to make it. And Shedeur's like, I'm a millionaire. My dad we're done as a family. Like, we're good. I just like playing football, and I think that does scare some people. So we'll see. I do think that Shedeur would be a great fit. And obviously the Giants aren't an option because they re-signed their guy, but the Jets losing Aaron Rodgers, I think he's a great fit there because I do think he can understand and handle the atmosphere. It's the complete opposite of like a place like Green Bay or a place like even New Orleans or Charlotte. This is a high volume market, and I think he can handle that better. So that's where I think he probably might end up. But at the end of the day, for me, I do think that there are some teams that when he walks into these meetings, you're not giving him an opportunity. He is asking questions that they're not used to getting asked.
Okay, it's fair.
I don't disagree with that. I like your take on Cam Ward, too. I think you're right that this year's class, everything's relative. So they're looking at Cam Ward and going, God, this guy can play ball. If he was in last year's class, they'd be a guy like, maybe he makes second round. I mean, that's where we are. That last year was your year to get a freaking quarterback.
I think he's a little better than second round, don't you think?
It's last year?
No, you don't think Cam Ward's a first rounder last year?
I don't know.
Oh, my.
So many quarterbacks went ahead. Every team doesn't want a quarterback.
I mean, I can make an argument over a couple of guys that got drafted.
I would have picked Drake May over him. I think he falls under Drake May if he goes last year.
Okay.
I'm with you. And then you look at Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. I mean, you're not going to beat those guys out.
True.
But
JJ McCarthy. So yes. Last year he would have been a first-round quarterback, but he wouldn't be the guy that we're talking about as going number 1 overall
no
or
doubt.
Going in the top 5.
Okay.
I think he should go number 1, not number 1 overall pick. I think he should be the first quarterback chosen. I do agree with that.
Okay. I hear Eddie Murphy, which means we have to go to break. But Michael, it's good catching up. Hope you recover from the birthday party, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good. You guys take it easy. It's always good to talk to you.
Thanks, man.
Touch.
You too.
Take it easy.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you. I don't know that I had 70 kids at my birthday party in all my birthdays combined as a kid. We would have honestly, I can remember having a birthday party at McDonald's, getting a McDonald's birthday cake with 5 kids there.
And you were happy.
Thrilled. And my cousin Joe was one of them, and we fought like cats and dogs most of the time.
There's no way he knew all those kids.
No.
She knew all those kids.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No.
I couldn't name.
He said friends of friends get to come now. What the hell are we doing?
Is it a fun birthday if strangers are there?
No. I don't even want to hang out with most people I do know.
Me too.
Anyway, got to hit a break.
Roger, did you know that Oaklawn Sports is the mobile app that lets you bet anywhere in Arkansas?
Anywhere, so I can bet the over when I'm in Dover.
Indeed you can.
I can take the underdog in Dogtown.
Absolutely.
You're telling me I can bet on the pigskin in Piggott?
Yep.
Hoops in Humnoke, baseball in Bauxite, long shots in Lavaca?
All of the above.
Anywhere, huh?
Anywhere.
Nice.
Easy to use and even easier to fund. Bet with confidence. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I understand. I get it. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, Frank, could you hold on? I think I'm on the air. I'm on the phone with Frank at the Little Rock Athletic Club. He wanted me to let you know they're extending the offer into this month, 30% off the joining fee, all the different ways to exercise, and it's yours, 30% off the joining fee. Don't let that resolution become an illusion. Save, join, develop healthy habits at your Little Rock Athletic Club. Oh, people will witness the fitness. Okay, Frank, I'm back.
Crawfish season is finally back at Eat My Catfish. We've got fresh, live crawfish, and all you have to do is just add the fixins. Be sure to come see us or order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
Lowe's is the destination for Ego outdoor power equipment this spring. See what's new and exclusive, like the 17-inch string trimmer with Line IQ technology that auto-feeds to save you time, and the 22-inch Select Cut self-propelled mowers with a multi-blade system for precise cutting. Shop Ego Days, happening now during Spring Fest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
What if your limited inventory had unlimited potential? What if your biggest risk was not taking one? What if you could make every move matter? Bank of America's business solutions can help bring your biggest what-ifs within reach. Find out how our digital tools, cutting-edge insights, and trusted expertise can work for your business. What would you like the power to do? Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Roger, did you know that Oaklawn Sports is the mobile app that lets you bet anywhere in Arkansas?
Anywhere, so I can bet the over when I'm in Dover.
Indeed you can.
I can take the underdog in Dogtown.
Absolutely.
You're telling me I can bet on the pigskin in Piggott?
Yep.
Hoops in Humnoke, baseball in Bauxite, long shots in Lavanka?
All of the above.
Anywhere, huh?
Anywhere.
Nice.
Easy to use and even easier to fund. Bet with confidence. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
See shelter agent Vic Seidenschwartz in Carlisle, Lawrence Forrester in Cabot, or Hayden Strickland in Sherwood.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Well, this is going to be a very short segment. I appreciate you tuning in today. We're at Screaming Kids Day at the ballpark. The Travs are doing well. They lead it 2-1. We are in the bottom of the third, and Caleb Kelley just struck out, the former Razorback, who's DHing today. But it's good to have him in town. It's kind of cool to see former Razorbacks on the roster. Did you lose your mic, your windscreen?
Oh, you did. Oh, man.
Coach.
It's been blowing off. I've been catching it, putting it back on. It's gone.
How's it blowing off?
It's probably over in that corner if the wind's blowing diagonally.
Oh, man.
Or it's under DJ.
Oh,
it is under DJ.
Oh, thank God.
Found it.
Boy, that could have been tragic.
I mean, we would have to spend 38 cents on another one.
I mean, what are we, rich? Jason says we need a Corky's in Russellville. That may be. I don't know that it's going to happen anytime soon. I hear the music. We're up against it. That was fun. Thanks to Michael Felder. Sorry for your trouble. So many kids at a birthday party is way too many. All right, we're up against it. We're back in a second. Hour 3, entertainment, birthdays. Chris Alley's coming up, and I got a what the hell segment that's going to blow your mind.
That's what I like to hear.
Get ready. You ain't ready. It's Justin Acri for CertaPro Painters, and CertaPro knows how important your home is to you. That's why they're focused on helping you bring fresh color to your home. You can trust CertaPro Painters to get the job done right, even in those hard-to-reach places. Free estimates, reliable communication, professional painting, all at the right price. And each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Hawks Homes is the #1 Arkansas dealer. More inventory than anyone in Arkansas. Been in business for over 39 years. At Hawks, we offer custom-built, manufactured, and modular homes. 1 to 5 bedroom homes that can be built to accommodate all your needs. We also build lake houses, hunting clubs, offices, church, and classrooms. For more information, go to hawkshomes.net, located in Conway and Bryant.
The shooter Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of Cabot Outdoors, where you can save $600 off Hustler mowers through May 31st.
It's where the big boys come to play.
This is madness! This is Sparta!
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
As things start to dry up, some Arkansas families are facing a new reality. In BB, specifically in the South Fork neighborhood, people are just beginning to recover from severe flooding. Homes were damaged and everything inside needs to be replaced. Many say they did not have flood insurance, so repairs will be out of pocket. Now they are pushing for change to flood plans in their area. A rally for bodily autonomy was held at the state capitol Wednesday. Those there spoke against certain bills and actions at the capitol, which they say target bodily autonomy, from bans on abortion to bans on gender-affirming care. It comes as a bill to add gender-affirming care to Arkansas medical malpractice law passes a House committee. The proposed legislation would allow people to sue for medical malpractice for gender transition surgery for up to 15 years after their 18th birthday. The bill will now return to the House floor. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Mainly sunny today and a little warmer too. We'll get up to 74 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low around 54. Tomorrow, expect the upper 70s, a partly cloudy sky with a slight chance of a shower or a thunderstorm in the afternoon. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Lost in the real estate jungle? Boundary or easement dispute? Title problem? Hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of legal lions. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all real estate-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spraying. Or stop by 65th and University.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Have you tried hands-free Skechers slip-ins yet? Because if you haven't, you're missing out on technology that changes how you think about shoes. First, these are not just regular slip-on shoes. They're not just a pair of loafers without laces. But what makes them different is the technology inside that lets you just step into them. There's a built-in hidden shoehorn that slides your foot in, so they look, feel, and wear just like a pair of shoes you're used to. Except you don't have to bend down, struggle to put them on, or touch them. Try them at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Loyalty is a word the Family Market doesn't take lightly, and that's why we offer our Loyalty Fuel program, where you can save 5 cents per gallon every time you fill up at any of our 4 locations when you're using your Family Market Rewards card. Or with any large fountain drink or large cup of community coffee, you can earn an additional 5-cent savings each time as well. And don't forget about Big Mondays with mid-grade gasoline the same price as regular. Family Market in Shannon Hills, Malvern, and Pangburn, along with our newest Family Market convenience store in Mayflower, just off I-40.
Tickets are on sale now for the 21st annual Double B's Buzzbecue happening May 10th at the downtown Riverside RV Park. Go to buzzbecue.com for tickets and more info.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know. But no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard them with that stock. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will.
We got stuff to do. Let's go. What are we doing? Screaming Kids Day at the ballpark. Trav's leading 3-1. It is the top of the fourth, and if you are looking for something fun to do with the fam, man, you can't beat the affordability of a Trav's game. Am I right?
No.
Way cheaper than throwing a birthday party for your kid with 70 people.
There's nothing better than a baseball game if you want to not miss a lot of action, be able to actually visit while you're here, and get some entertainment too.
Absolutely, but keep your head in the swivel. I don't want you getting smacked in the face by a ball. Chris Aley's going to join us in studio. Christian, if he's there,
he's
cool.
There.
I assume he is. Hi, Chris Aley. Well, I can't see the camera because it's too damn bright out here, but it's a good problem to have. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on? How are y'all?
Well, buddy, we're having a great time. This is the best weather I've ever had at a baseball game my entire life.
I'm a little sad that I'm not there with y'all, but I heard the traffic was tough, so I'm not.
It was tough to get in, but there's a reason. It's packed out here. The other thing is, honestly, I was thinking of the people at the office because I know you would have brought us some grub.
I did.
But I know you like to feed the office, and they really look forward to it.
Yeah.
And I know we're about to take our summer break, so I was like, you know what? We need to let you go there and take care of them.
We're taking us. Oh, okay.
Are you on your fast, Justin?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
also, I'm on a
told
fast.
Christian, anytime the staff gets a craving this summer while we're on our little break, I'm happy to, still provide that
Buddy.
for them. Those are my people down there.
I assure you we will be hitting you up.
I already have one for the summer if you want to pencil that in.
Gotcha, Coach.
There you
Just
go.
let me know.
You know what we're going to do? We're actually going to do a deal with the Travs here. We have a couple of nights where we get a suite and have clients come. I don't know if they'll let us cater rock and roll sushi, but if they will, I will definitely hit you up.
Oh, yeah. Let me know. Or at least let me come.
Okay. Yes, for sure. Well, you're invited either way. All right. Let's get to entertainment in here because I got a pretty good what the hell segment Coach is excited about.
I am.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
All right, Dorks Unite. You're going to appreciate this. DJ, I'm talking to you. Cinemas are warning moviegoers to avoid disruptive behavior at screenings of the Minecraft movie after a new social media trend has led to a vocal audience reaction during screenings. There's a scene in the movie where Jack Black's character says the phrase chicken jockey, and everybody in the theater goes crazy. I saw a video online of some kids getting kicked out for acting a little too rambunctious.
Yeah.
Come on, people. Although for a movie like that, I don't care. You want to act up in that time?
You know what you're going for.
Yeah, this ain't Schindler's List. I mean, do your thing.
Well, and I love Arkansas people, but that Arkansas people do seem like the kind of...
Where was Coach Kelley going with that? The world may never know.
His thought has left us.
Do Arkansas people seem like the people that would be into Minecraft? To me, does not.
I don't get the reference.
No, I don't.
I don't know Minecraft.
What's going on with Rock and Roll Sushi?
Well, we had a big Sushi Sunday this past week and then a $10 Tuesday. So those are going to go on throughout the summer. So every Sunday, every Tuesday, we will run our specials. We're about to roll out our new app on the App Store, which is going to be really cool. I don't have a release date, but it is this month. So watch our socials for that. But you'll be able to order online through the app, collect points, rewards,
That's
all
the
that.
way.
So, we got that. We had a call on it last week, and it's about to roll out to the general public here really soon. So a lot of exciting things. Jonesboro is getting closer and closer to opening. So we're targeting hopefully a mid to late May opening there. And then Hot Springs shortly after that. So quite a bit going on with the rock and roll stores and the teams there.
Yeah, I texted the guys that they dropped. Okay. It's DJ's fault, apparently. They're reconnecting.
He kicked a cord.
So I am big on apps.
Yeah.
If a place's app is not working, I am more likely to go to somewhere else where the app is working. And I can order
it's the one piece, because we're big on technology from like a management standpoint and how we use technology in our stores. But with the company of our size, which we're at like 75, 80 stores nationwide, it was tough to create that app at our level. But we finally have gotten it done, and they've done a really good job with it. It's a really cool looking app. Just like, your Starbucks apps or whatever, you'll have all your rewards linked to your card. And then the cool thing about it is the card, if you link it and you come into the store and use that same card, it automatically links your points. So you don't have to do anything special.
You don't have to scan the receipt or
We're back.
nothing.
Hey!
Anyway, so Minecraft. Just kidding. Hey, we're back.
I don't
Sorry,
know where
DJ
Kevin Kelley was going with it. He said Arkansas people seem like the people to, and then it just cut off.
Well, put yourself in a movie theater with a bunch of Arkansas, and I'm an Arkansas guy, but with a bunch of kids from Arkansas that have seen this on social media and let him yell out "chicken jockey" and picture what you're going to see. They're going to go nuts because they're going to try to outdo everybody.
Oh, yeah. I honestly
they want
feel
that
like
attention.
That's the allure of the movie. If they're not doing that, I probably don't even want to see the movie.
Yeah.
There's no reason to go.
Wow, that's my thing.
it?
I don't even care. Like that for that movie. Like I don't care if kids go nuts at that scene.
The movie may have started this thing just to get people to go, so they could act crazy.
Chicken jockey. It is a funny little scene. I've actually seen it online.
Is it good?
It's just a funny little scene.
I'll watch
It's not a movie I want to go. My son went and saw it.
I don't want to see
it is what it is.
I want the
okay, so I watched The
popcorn
Beekeeper
holder
last night. I was
with
telling
the
Coach.
thing.
What?
Have you seen the popcorn holder for
Huh?
Minecraft?
Does it got the pickaxe?
Yeah. That looks cool. Oh.
Come on, dork. Anyway, I watched The Beekeeper last night, and it is exactly what I expected. It is one of the most far-fetched action movies I've ever seen. However, it was actually entertaining. Maddox and I enjoyed it. When it got over, he looked at me and he goes, "That was entertaining." I was like, "That was entertaining." There was one performance that was particularly bad, I thought, but she has a very small role in the movie, even though she plays the President of the United States. And then the only problem I had with the movie, Christian and Chris, and Coach kind of gave me a hard time about it, but I think it's true. And if you watch it, you'll agree. There's a million people getting shot. There's a million people getting beaten up. It's all fine. But there are a bunch of guys with helmets on that are like either SWAT or FBI or whatever, and Jason Statham elbows them in the head and they're knocked out. And I'm like, sorry,
he's just got hard elbows.
It's Jason Statham. If he looks at you the right way, you're out.
Okay, fair.
Come on.
All right.
I feel like that happens a lot, though, Justin. Those movies where they'll sneak up on somebody, choke them out real quick, and they lay him down soft so they can.
Yeah,
he did that out for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I wish we knew Jason Statham. I'd like you in a helmet and him to elbow you.
There's no way he knocks me out. I'd make $100.
No shot. There's a better chance that I would win the Masters doing the 6-putt thing.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
No.
You're out. You're out.
The only way you're winning the Masters is if Jason Statham knocks out all the other golfers.
And he could do it.
He could. None of them are wearing helmets, in my defense. Robert De Niro will receive the Cannes Film Festival. Cannes, the French Film Festival.
Cannes.
Honorary Palme d'Or at the opening night ceremony, the 78th edition of the festival. He will also give an onstage masterclass in the Debussy Theater for festival goers. I don't know.
Wait a minute. What?
Debussy. Anyway.
Easy.
De Niro has been why can't we just have English stuff? Frenchies. He was last on the Croisette in 2023 to debut Martin Scorsese's Killer of the Flower Moon. By the way, that was an interesting film. I finally saw that years later. Yeah. That was good.
Did y'all see the Netflix special he's in?
No.
Net Zero.
I saw parts of it, and I'm like, no.
Is it called Zero Crabs Given?
No. I'm not a Robert De Niro fan, but I like it.
What?
Coach.
You're not a Robert De Niro fan.
Mount Rushmore of actors?
What are you talking about?
I don't like all the Mount Rushmore presidents either, but they're on the. I'm not saying they're not great. I'm not saying he's not great. He's a great actor.
You don't like?
I just don't prefer.
Which one don't you like?
Yeah, which one doesn't
what do you
belong
not like
there?
about De Niro?
Well, I want to know which president does belong on.
You think George Washington sucks?
I did not say he did not belong. I said I don't.
You don't like Lincoln? You got a problem with Lincoln? You know, he freed the slaves.
I got a few problems.
I'm a
with
big
Lincoln.
fan. I like him.
I got a few problems with him. That's not one of them.
What, you don't like him because he got shot?
No, what a stupid looking hat.
Should have seen it coming.
What a dumb looking hat for a president.
Should have been
wear
made
it
of
all the
metal.
time.
It would have been good.
Well,
That's what he should have
When he got
done.
his head blown off, he didn't have the hat on. Are you cool with that?
Give him a little Kevlar.
Golly. You got problems.
No.
What?
I feel like I've been failed
What happened?
educationally.
What?
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, I can't tell you.
You don't know
Isn't it
that?
Theodore?
Yes, and Thomas
FDR?
Jefferson.
Yeah,
Thomas
Theodore
Jefferson?
and Thomas, yeah.
Oh, Theodore.
Yeah.
Theodore.
Yeah. Not FDR, the other Roosevelt.
Thomas Jefferson was probably the most visionary of them, DJ,
Yes.
for your education.
Okay.
But a little bit of behind-the-scenes problems.
I think we can
Let's
all
put it that
agree
way.
if there's a Mount Rushmore of duets, though, AC/DC would
Gotta
be number
be
one.
on it.
Number one.
Best duet.
Can Kiss
ever.
be the other one?
Obviously.
Thank you.
Yes, K.I. and I.S., they got together and they made a band called Kiss. It was great.
Smart.
Yep. And then there was Eeg and Les. They got together. They got a good band going. They're playing at the Sphere out in Vegas right now. I
They're
love
still
Eeg and
playing
Les.
the Sphere?
I love the
Christian, they
Sphere.
just released another set of dates.
Jeez.
Yes, they will not leave.
Give
That's
somebody
what
else a
happens with
chance.
old people. They come to your house and they never leave.
Who's not leaving?
The Eagles are still at the Sphere. Like, get out of the way. Let somebody else try it.
You could go 5 times and watch them, and you'd be fine watching them.
I've seen them once. They were great. I want to go see you two.
Did you see them at the Sphere?
No, but I
Then
saw them in Little Rock.
It's a different world.
I saw them here in North Little Rock, where we are right now.
We ain't got
last
Sphere
thing
money.
here. What?
So we ain't got Sphere money.
We ain't got Sphere money.
True. Well, they're making big cash. Last thing here. Adolescence.
Oh.
The movie. It's a 4-part series. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, you will not like it.
I've been debating on watching it.
It's very depressing.
I'm not watching it.
But it's incredibly well acted.
I can be depressed without watching that.
Okay. It has moved from number 9 to number 4 on the all-time most popular English TV list, according to the streamer Netflix. Yep. It's number 4 all-time on the English TV list, I guess in Europe, like in the
BBC
UK.
or what?
let's be honest.
Of UK watchers of Netflix, it's number 4 all time.
Okay. What's 1, 2, and 3?
Okay. Bridgerton's up there, I know.
Wallace and Gromit.
Anyway, it's good. It's not great. And it's really well acted, but the story's kind of depressing and obvious, so it's kind of a weird deal.
You're left thinking like, oh, that's awful.
No, you know what I was left thinking? Why did I even bother watching that?
Yeah.
There was nothing to be gained out of that.
That's the worst.
But it was really well acted. If you just like to see great actors, it's really well acted.
This or Baby Reindeer?
Ugh.
What's better?
Oh, boy. Oh, Baby Reindeer's way more entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Entertaining-wise.
It's not...
This one leaves you thinking like, dang, there's people who are really messed up.
Yeah.
And they may not even
First
know
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Is this kind of
You told
like...
me not to watch Baby Reindeer, and I'm glad you told me not to.
I liked it, even though it was weird.
You said don't watch it. You wouldn't like it. You told me that.
I told you wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
I'd say
Story's
I'm
insane.
glad I don't want to watch it.
It's a true story.
Is the filming of this series more interesting than the actual series?
I didn't see the filming of it, so I have
No,
to watch
I'm talking
it.
about with the adolescents.
It being a one-shot thing.
Yeah, that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd have to see it. I don't know. All right, last thing here. Let's do birthdays. And then we'll get to Chris, and then we'll do plenty of time for What the Hell, because Coach is not to be denied today.
Can Chris be my partner?
You know what? Actually, yes.
Yes!
Look out, Coach. Let's go.
CA and KK together.
We're going to give away sumo wrestling tickets for the Friday night, by the way, again.
I love it. That's this Friday. That's right. Yep. Sumo's in town, and this time it's for real. No more exhibition. These dudes are fighting for dollars. That's it. I'm going to shove your big butt out of the ring.
I say sumo wrestlers during football practice a lot of times, because when you're trying to hurry, linemen can't just walk up there and get set. They walk up there and do this with their feet.
Yeah.
And you're like, just get set so we can snap the ball. They're sumo wrestling up there.
What's your hurry? Where'd my phone go?
Those dudes were massive.
Kind of like that one guy who you played golf with that took forever.
Who's that?
Who's the guy? It takes forever to get his grip right.
Oh, yeah. There's a few of those guys.
Yeah.
They're annoying. 501-661-1037. Want to go see some sumo in Hot Springs? Come on and get you some.
Ooh.
And the Travs just got doubled up. Oh, wow.
He was safe.
Well,
she got that call right.
Yeah, it's first one all day.
She got that one right.
501-661-1037. I got 3 players needed. While you're lining them up, I got some history here. 26 Masters tournament. Arnold Palmer won in 1962, shot a 280. That doesn't seem that good. That's like 70, 70, 77. That's pretty good, I guess. This is the anniversary of the first day that they played baseball at the Astrodome. Houston beat the Yankees 2-1 in an exhibition match as Mickey Mantle hit the first indoor home run ever in the Astrodome in 1965. In 1974, the year of my birth, San Diego Padres owner Ray Kroc addresses fans. Ladies and gentlemen, I suffer with you. I've never seen such stupid baseball playing in my life. So,
I did
not know that Ray Kroc owned the Padres. I'm going to get to that. Line up the callers. I got a whole story for you here. Here we go. So, he found out that it was for sale. And he was relaxing on his yacht at the time, reading the newspaper when the story came across. He said, my God, San Diego's a gorgeous place. Why don't I go over there and look at the ballpark? And he said, I'm thinking of buying the Padres. He told his wife, and she said, why would you buy a monastery? She had no idea about anything with baseball. True story. The original owner put it up for sale in May of 1973. In December, owners unanimously approved the sale to a businessman named Joseph Dzansky. And he was going to move it to D.C. Well, here comes Kroc, because they didn't want it to move. And the San Diegans didn't know much about the new owner at the time. In fact, the president knew even less. When he found out about Ray Kroc, he thought he was actually with a different company, McDonnell Douglas. And he thought, well, gee, this guy doesn't have the money to buy this place. Then they find out, well, no, he actually owns McDonald's, and he's worth almost $350 million. Some would estimate $500 million. And, in fact, he did have plenty of money to buy it. And he owned it, and they did not become highly competitive until the year he died. They went to the World Series and lost.
Oh.
That's a sad story,
Ray,
yep.
You said Ray what?
Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie The Founder?
Yeah.
With Michael Keaton?
That's pretty good.
It's a very good movie.
I felt like, there's no Mickey D's without him, man.
No doubt. There is. It'd just be a little place in California.
He took it to a place that they never,
501-661-1037. I need one more player. We're going to start, though, Christian. This line 3 will be for you. And Chris and Coach are on line 1 with Matt. Zach, you got DJ. Let's roll.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
I saw something I've never seen before.
What's that?
In baseball. the catcher just threw the ball back to the pitcher, and he couldn't catch it. And then it went all the way into the outfield. Dude stole second.
That's interesting.
Have you seen that?
Not often.
Rarely.
I've seen
it's
it,
like the triple.
All right, here we go. Former Loyola Marymount star. Still
Hank
alive.
Gathers.
Nope, still alive at this hour.
Lionel Simmons.
No. He played with him, though. And in the tournament, to honor his fallen teammate, he shot a free throw left-handed.
I thought that was Lionel Simmons.
No. L.A. Clippers, New York Knicks, Loyola Marymount star. Happy birthday, Bo Kimball. 59 today. This guy was born Montero Lamar Hill. He is a singer, and you probably know him from Old Town Road. It is Lil Nas X, correct, Christian? How old is he?
Lil Nas X is 26 today.
Bingo bango, big fan.
Big
This guy is a former NFL star at tight end. He is the second best tight end from the state of Arkansas ever, behind DJ Williams.
Hunter Henry.
Oh, actually, you know what? He's ahead of both of you.
Jason Peters?
Nope.
Keith Jackson.
Keith Jackson's right.
Good get, Coach.
That's how quickly we forget.
My teammate.
How old is Keith Jackson today?
62.
No.
Do you know that?
DJ. He's obviously not. He's not 62. How old is he? DJ.
60.
Bingo bango.
Ooh, big fan.
This guy's an actor who has given birth to, or at least he helped contribute to, the birth of another good actor. His brother's an actor. His other brother's an actor.
Emilio Estevez.
No.
One of the Baldwins.
He was in The Express, The Rookie, Great Balls of Fire, and Everybody's All-American.
Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid. Christian, very good. How old's Dennis Quaid, DJ?
Dennis Quaid he just turned 70.
Nope. Christian?
69.
Nope. Coach?
68.
71, DJ by a nose. This woman's an actress. She played a vampire, or at least she was in a vampire movie.
Michelle Kristen Stewart.
Michelle Kristen Stewart is correct, DJ. Very good. Christian, how old is Michelle Kristen Stewart?
Kristen Stewart is 37 today.
She is not. How about Team Rock and Roll Sushi?
I was going to say, Mr. Aley, could you chime in some here?
Team Rock and Roll Sushi.
40.
Nope.
Team Edward. She is 38.
Nope, she's 35. Christian point. And
younger.
last but not least, this excellent actress was in We Bought a Zoo, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Jennifer Garner.
Daddy Daycare,
Blanchett?
Apparently.
No, it's the girl that
I'm
going to
Sam.
give this to you. I'll say that she was in Jerry Maguire, I think.
Maleficent.
Maybe.
No.
Angelina Jolie?
No, she was a child actress star.
Dakota Fanning.
Drew Barrymore.
Ella Fanning.
Elle Fanning.
Elle
DJ,
Fanning.
I'll give it to you. Ella L. Fine.
Yeah.
You guys are tied at 5. Coach, you can sit this
Sorry,
out. Chrissy,
Coach.
too. All right, head-to-head with the DJ for the win. Walk it off, baby. Walk it off for the benefit. Zach, this is for you, baby.
Elle Fanning.
This is for you, baby. Come on.
She just
give it to me.
Turned 29.
Spit it on me.
What?
Whoa.
29.
28.
Spit it out. No, she's 27.
Oh.
Nice try, bud.
That was close.
Good try.
You know?
You almost spit out the right number. So
Christian
close.
always
She
wins.
was.
Get
What
your mind out
else
of the
did
gutter,
you say?
Christian.
She was in Benjamin Button?
The Curious Case of
remember
Benjamin.
that.
I never
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
it, so I don't know.
I didn't think it was that curious.
Okay.
You were curious about why people were so excited about it?
Yes.
Exactly. All right, got to hit a break. Or do we have time for this now? You want to do this now, Christian?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's spin the wheel. Spin the rock and roll. You know what? Why don't you leave the two losers on and let them play?
Yeah, Curtis, I'll get your information in a little bit. Matt and Zach, stay on the
Matt
line.
and Zach, if you guys want to hang on the line and play the rock and roll wheel for Rock and Roll Sushi, feel free. All right, spin it, baby. Let's see what we got.
Christian really spun it.
Big spin, yeah.
Think you know your music? Well, now it's time to prove it. It's time for Finish the Lyric, presented by Rock and Roll Sushi. Rock and Roll Sushi, with locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Benton, Conway, and Fayetteville. Rock and Roll Sushi. Sushi Amplified.
Sushi Amplified, indeed. Let's see if Matt wants to play. Matt, do you want to play the Rock and Roll Sushi Rock and Roll Wheel game where you finish the lyric?
Sure, we can try.
Okay, Matt. There is no
love the
try.
attitude.
Do or do not, okay? Let's get to it. Here we go. Rock and roll. Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait, we aired a different. No, he didn't hang up. We aired a different button.
He took
All
your
right, go ahead.
advice.
All right, Christian, let's roll it.
Oh, man.
We'll sing it. Go, Matt.
Can you take me higher?
Go.
Yes.
I love Creed.
They should play
All right,
at the
what else
Sphere.
we got?
You were made for loving me.
Good. Is he trading up again? Is he trading up again since he moved up the lineup?
Forgot about that.
Matt, I'm going to say it for everybody that was thinking it. You sing Creed better than Kiss. But you're a winner, my friend. Enjoy your rock and roll sushi, my
Great
friend.
job,
Good
Matt.
job. All right, let's give Zach a second chance loser opportunity here. Zach gave up. Zach, you big quitter.
Give us another
501-661-1037. Quickly, we've got to get to break so we can get back here and do what we need to do. Chris, tell them about all the exciting news at Rock and Roll Sushi while we're lining them up.
Well, we did that while you guys dropped off, but I'm happy to go over it again. So we did the.
We didn't hear it.
Yeah, it's okay. We did the Sushi Sunday and two for Tuesday has been super successful. Jonesboro opening mid to late May. We're rolling out a new app with loyalty, and that'll be available in the App Store at some point this month. So we'll let you know when the new Rock and Roll Sushi app is out. And
I love it.
Yeah, we're just plugging right along. It's patio
Look,
weather.
Arkansas State, you got beat in baseball last night. You're probably going to lose in football this fall, but you got Rock and Roll Sushi, so you're a winner.
Coming, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's patio weather, so Conway, Chenal, great patios. So we're gearing that up. So, yeah, just a lot of fun stuff going on.
John Mark, let's finish the lyric with John Mark. John Mark, what do you say?
Oh, man, I may suck at this, but we're going to give it a good try.
You know what? If we only did stuff we were good at, we would never, All right, let's get to it, shall we? Here we go.
This is how you remind me.
Never heard that song in my life.
Oh, my God.
There is absolutely no way you've never heard that song in your entire life.
Just telling you the truth.
Well, that's okay. Go ahead.
Home, sweet home.
Redeemed himself.
Great work.
If he didn't get that one, I think you should hang on.
Justin Moore did a great version with Motley Crue on that.
I love
He did.
Vince Neil.
He did. It's great version.
I got to see him play it live in Vegas once with Vince Neil. It was incredible. By the way, the Disney
Doesn't get
Bat
better
race
than
has
that.
become a lost art. Yeah, you get one more to win it. Here you go. Ooh, this is a good one. That kid's drunk. Come on, John Mark.
Play it again. Play it again. I want you to show me.
Woo! Go! Pass the wasabi!
That was like a Houston comeback.
Or Florida.
I mean,
there's another comeback.
Great job.
What are they doing to this kid on the field out here? Do you see that?
Yeah, it's bad.
Holy moly.
All right, John Mark, congratulations. Hang on. All right, we're going to hit a break. When we come back, we will I'm trying to put him on hold, Chris. I don't know what's going on.
He's on hold. Looks like.
Okay. I don't know. Our Wi-Fi's been iffy all day. We got to hit a break. And when we come back, we will do a little What the Hell segment for Coach. This segment is brought to you in part by what? It's funny.
We just had our What the Hell segment on the field. Were they playing when they were doing that?
We were watching the Dizzy Bat. First of all, the kids don't put the bat on the ground anymore when they do Dizzy Bat. That is amateur hour. That is so 2025, you lazy people. Get the bat on the ground while you're doing the Dizzy Bat race. But this one kid couldn't even get to the sideline.
Looked like he kept falling down. He fell down 10 times.
Yeah. You know what it looked like? Jason Statham hit him in the head with a helmet on.
Like with a helmet on.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this segment brought to you in part by our friends at UAMS. And if you're having any kind of ortho injury issue, go to Ortho Now. It's a brand new item or a brand new place within the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. They just started it this week, but you get the long-time backing of UAMS Ortho. So you walk in with any kind of ortho issue, they are going to take care of you. And it's a walk-in clinic, joint pain, ankle, back, whatever you got going on. Coach, we were talking about this the other day. When you're old, like sometimes you just roll over wrong. It's like, my back.
No crap.
That's crazy.
You get up out of bed, and all of a sudden that didn't hurt yesterday. What happened?
No, what did I do to my ankle? What did I do to my back? I'm tweaked, I'm jacked, and I can't get an appointment. I need to get in now. Walk-in clinic, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday. That's what I'm talking about. Saturday, 8 until noon. It's at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, UAMS Health. Conveniently located, any kind of issue, and you're going to get top-notch care just like you always do at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. It's conveniently located. If you need more information, 501-686-8674. Caleb Kelley, the DH for the Travelers, former Razorback, is up to bat. We'll see if he can get a hit.
Y'all got to tell me
today.
Y'all got to tell me when Connor Sharping's back up, the catcher.
Yes.
Because we babysit his kid at Kid Champion, and
Yes.
I'm dying to say I watched you at bat, and I keep missing him because
I saw him strike out earlier. You can tell him I saw him strike out.
Don't say that.
Well, I did.
Good guy, good family.
Well, that's
family
fine.
guy.
Listen, baseball's
He
hard.
may pull he's going to pull his kid from Kid Champion now because you.
Well, his kid needs to be there. You don't want to grow up like Dad. Strikeout artist.
God. Well, now we're a child care sitter keeping babies, so I don't think I think it's too young to affect him.
Fine. That was solid. Take a break.
As a wise man, I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing, and this is how you remind me. This is how.
This is Sports Center.
Last night, Arkansas baseball beat Arkansas State 7-3 to improve to 31-3 on the season, which is a record best start through 34 games. Charles Davion went 3 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs. He's reached base safely in 28 straight games and has gotten a hit in 17 straight games. Pitchers Cole Gibler, Dylan Carter, and Carson Wiggins combined for 3 1/3 inning, allowing no runs to close the game. Carter got the win, his 4th of the season. After the game, Coach Dave Van Horn talked about Carson Wiggins' growing role.
He feels like if he pitches once on the weekend, he's good to go in the middle of the week. Pitch him again on the weekend, or maybe we pitch him Friday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday. Maybe we can pitch him twice. Just depends. You know, the way he's been pounding the strike zone, I mean, I'll put him out there anytime. He's got a really good slider, and he's got obviously an electric fastball, and if he's got both those pitches going, he's going to be awfully tough.
Next up for Arkansas is a road trip to Georgia that starts on Friday. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Wednesday, you get a full show with Rick Schaefer and I. We'll have Neil Atkinson from Bed Saracen, Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. Bart Reed, thanks to Martin Orthopedics and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, and Ho Hog Sports, Richard Davenport. See you Wednesday on 103.7 The Buzz.
A great tradition continues. Cake live in concert.
I want a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket.
An evening with Cake, April 17th, First Security Amphitheater.
You're never there.
On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
He's going for speed. He's going the distance.
If you're like a lot of people I know, you're spending a lot of time at home this year watching basketball and other sports, and your home's your happy place. You may be noticing, though, the scuffs and faded colors on your walls, and that can drive you crazy. That's where CertaPro can help with a paint refresh. They can make your experience worry-free, starting with a free estimate. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. Schedule your estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro painters.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
See shelter agents Caleb Green or Brian Kress in North Little Rock today.
Wood Davis Lumber Plus is turning 72, and they're celebrating all month long. 72 years of service, selection, smiles, and most of all, you. And what's a celebration without a giveaway? But here's the catch. You have to stop by one of their 4 locations, Jacksonville, Cabot, Sherwood, or Greenbrier, to get the details. Come on in, check out the deals, and be part of the fun. Wood Davis Lumber Plus, where the plus is service. Since 1953.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, or X if you're a nerd. Now let's get back into The Zone.
What if I just can't discover? What if I'm just taking too long?
I ain't using X. You can forget it. Malcolm Twitter, Little Nas Twitter. I ain't going with this X garbage. From now on, everything's Twitter.
I was
Twitter marks the spot, DJ. When I'm looking on a map, Twitter marks the spot.
I was trying to promote this video.
Yep.
And me trying to figure out why I couldn't do it. I'm in Google saying, how do I promote my X video? It's very difficult.
Yes.
Of things that popped up.
Say Twitter video.
But it's not Twitter anymore.
All you have to do is go ask Grok.
Grok.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
It's funny how Grok is like the smartest thing ever, and Gronk's a complete idiot. All right, let's go. Time for your favorite segment, Coach.
This needs to be good now because
what the hell?
You've been on a bad roll here lately.
You don't know anything about anything.
X Twitter.
I make one bad comment about your client, and all of a sudden you're butthurt.
You were on a good roll today, though.
I am. My brain is clear. I'm telling you, the fast thing makes your brain very clear.
I agree with that.
Also, haven't drank in 3 days. That helps too. Christian, what do you got? We got a problem?
Our guest is here for the Hat Club.
Oh, my God. I forgot about the crawfish. My goodness, sorry. It's all about raw fish today, and raw fish and crawfish. Let's get to it. Woo! My bad, boys. Sorry about that. Hat Club. Listen, I'm like Ron Burgundy. If it's not right in front of my face, I get sidetracked, so I apologize.
Well,
how are y'all?
Man, we're great, and since you're not here, I'm going to tell you that I've got a whole thing of crawfish sitting here waiting for you.
Ooh. Did you say sitting?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. I thought you said something else.
It did kind of sound
I'm sorry I missed that. I don't even know who's there. Who is it? Who's with us?
This is John Martin and Tyler Hughes.
John Martin and Tyler Hughes, welcome to the show. It's great to have y'all, and I'm sorry that I'm dumb, and we're so caught up in the ball game. We're having such a great time. We're on a natural high over here. Travs are winning games. It's just great. We're having a blast over here. But you know what's going to be also a blast? Being outside for a big crawfish boil on May 1st for a good cause. Am I right?
Man, it's going to be a great time, especially if we have weather like today.
Perfect.
It's, May 1st, crawfish boil out at Rusty Tractor. We're raising money for the UAMS NICU, and it's going to be a really great time. We're going to expect about 500 people this year, so come on out. It's all-you-can-eat crawfish, all-you-can-drink beer. We'll probably have some cocktails, some wine, some great sides. It's going to be a really great way to close out the crawfish season.
How many pounds do y'all get?
So last year we did 800 pounds of crawfish, 200 pounds of shrimp, and about 200 hot dogs for those who aren't quite the crawfish people. So it's pretty good.
I love it.
I'm hoping we
give
can.
Me 2 trays of crawfish, about 20 shrimp, and maybe 1 dog. I'm good.
And that's for round 1, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What time and how do people get tickets? And what year is this for this thing? This has been a number of years you guys have been doing this.
It has, man. This is the 14th year, which is insane for me to think that we are that organized to do that. Man, there's so many great ways to get tickets. So first things first, go to Central Arkansas Tickets, look up crawfish, and you can get general admission tickets for $80. That's all you can eat, all you can drink, all the fun you can have. If you really want to go on there, maybe your business, maybe it's just a group of your friends, we have sponsorship options there. The Hot Pot Hero, that's going to be $1,500. That gets you a private table for 8. That lets you advertise almost anything you want to advertise, and it kind of gives you it makes you feel special at the event. And then if you really want to get up there and donate for such a great cause, then we've got the Boil Boss for $2,500. It gets you 16 seats. That's 2 private tables, wine service. We've got volunteers from the UAMS NICU who are going to be serving you. You basically just sit down and eat, and we'll do everything but wipe your face for you. It's going to be great.
How much would it cost me to get my face wiped?
You have to ask Tyler for that one.
I think for the right donation, I bet you guys would do it.
We would.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, so that's on Central Arkansas Tickets. The Hat Club's been doing this. You could also go to thehatclublr.com and learn more about that, and or talk to your local Hat Club member. But it's going to be May 1st, and the goal is we need 10 more sponsors by the end of the month.
Okay. Let's go. This is a Thursday night event. Hopefully the weather's great, but I can tell you haven't been to the Hat Club event in the past. You guys have done it here too, right, at Dickey-Stephens, or am I crazy?
No, we have the last couple of years, and we wanted to this year, and it's just a scheduling conflict. So who knows?
Rusty Tractor's awesome. It's a great spot. And it's so convenient. It's right off 430. It's so convenient to get there. I thought it was way out, but I've been out there now. It's a beautiful space, indoor, outdoor, great spot for a crawfish boil. And, again, it's a Thursday night. You can't go wrong. Price is right. Great cause. What about music? We got any music while we're eating?
Man, we're going to have music. It's going to be especially curated. I've spent months and months on this Spotify list.
Okay.
Yeah, man, there's going to be live music. As much as we wanted to bring someone out there, look, it's a Thursday night event. We want people to come out there and meet some of the volunteers from the UAMS, meet some of the doctors and nurses, eat crawfish and do that. And as nice as the place is, we thought we wouldn't bog it down with the big stage or something like that. But I don't think it takes it away. It's still going to be a great time.
No, absolutely. Any kind of music's fun. I can't wait to hear your specially curated Spotify list.
Well,
I need some Zydeco in there, though.
It's going to be good. Some of it's going to be me a cappella, which is great too. So
all right.
It'll be a great event.
What do you sing a cappella?
What do you want me to sing a cappella?
Anything?
I want you to sing that song that John Mark's never heard of that we played earlier.
The How You Remind Me by Nickelback?
Yes.
Somehow I've never heard that song.
I like how he played off that he didn't know Nickelback. He's a huge fan. He's such a liar.
Everybody knows Nickelback.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Whether you like it or not.
We'll have a Nickelback hour for the next person who gets a sponsorship, and we'll dedicate it for them at the Crawfish.
Okay, I like that. All right. So, again, the Hat Club LR on Facebook, is that what you said?
HatClubLR.com online. We've got a Facebook page. We're on Instagram. I can't stress enough how awesome UAMS NICU is. We just did a tour today. They've got 35 beds there. And what's great about this is that we're the second highest donor to the UAMS NICU, which I think speaks more to how few donations they're getting than to how much we're donating. But last year we were able to raise $42,000 for the NICU. We're trying to beat that this year. All of this is going for great causes. And if you come to the event, you're going to be able to meet the doctors. You're going to be able to see some pictures of these kids who are born as early as 20 weeks old, half the amount of time. I really can't think of a better cause to get behind. And like I said, this is our 14th year, and we're really trying to blow it out of the park.
Guys, good work. We got to hit a break. I appreciate y'all coming up, and sorry we got a little sidetracked, but can't wait to be there. I will be there in person. Cannot wait.
Can't wait to have y'all. Thank y'all so much.
It's going to be awesome. All right. Got to hit a break. Speaking of food, how about Cash? Can't wait until May 1st to eat something. So I think Cash is a good spot to hit a few times in between now and then, DJ. 501-850-0265. There may be a special. That great special I had with the redfish had crawfish in the cream sauce. It was amazing. And some grilled shrimp. It was spectacular. Anyway, don't sleep on the specials, but the classic items on there are great. Today is Wednesday. That means tomorrow's Thursday. That means fried catfish. And on Friday, it's Fried Chicken Friday. Great way to get you through a Friday afternoon and on into the weekend. Sandwiches, wraps, and salads if you're trying to eat light heading into the spring and summer. They got great options there. And for event space, you can't go wrong, up to 150 people. And, man, this is the time of year where that indoor-outdoor space really comes alive. 501-850-0265. Service is amazing. Their staff for private events, spectacular. The food is outstanding. You're going to get great cocktails, and it's always a great experience for that special someone one-on-one, by yourself, or with a big group of friends. Can't go wrong. It's Cash in downtown Little Rock in the River Market, and always with free valet parking. We're back, Coach. You wait is almost over for the What the Hell segment.
It's been tough.
I know it is.
Spring is here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely, Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S, Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointstire.com.
The ultimate test of strength, skill, and honor is coming to Hot Springs, Arkansas. The All-Star Sumo Elite Competition. Witness the raw power and unstoppable force of these championship sumo fighters at Bank OZK Arena, April 11th. Tickets are now available at Ticketmaster.com. All-Star Sumo Wrestling. Head-to-head competition with non-stop action.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge here in Sherwood, and I've got big news for April. Don't worry about the tariffs because we don't have any tariff merchandise at Fletcher Dodge. I've got some great offers, so I hope you'll listen up to these great values. Here's the big one. $14,000 off on new Ram pickups. Yes, I did say $14,000 off, and when you come see us, we don't have any fluffed up MSRPs. That's off the real MSRP. Also, you can have at your choice. You can have 1.9% financing for 72 months. Wow, $14,000 or 1.9% financing for 72 months. Our Jeep sale was a huge success, so we're going to extend it through April. Listen up to this. Save $6,500 on new Wranglers and get our new Jeep Compass as low as $25,995. We're having a big sale also on our pre-owned. This is something we've never done before. Buy a used car and get a certified warranty at no extra charge. Come see us at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood or shop us online at FletcherDeals.com.
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites. Walk On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer, and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro. Game on.
Tune in each day to Drive Time Sports to hear Trey Biddy talk all things Razorbacks. Brought to you by Chris Crane Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
You're in the zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with Justin Acri and DJ Williams.
All right, it's time for What the Hell, and it is brought to you by our friends over at Gwatney Chevrolet. We will be out there next Friday. We are on the road tomorrow, walk-ons. Again, all kinds of different views of the Masters. Come and join us tomorrow. Love to have you. And at Gwatney, we'll be there next Friday, like I said. We're going to be talking about all the big deals they've got going. It's spring, sales tax paid, and 24 closeout prices right now. Paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each Gwatney Guarantee vehicle passes a 172-point inspection. I didn't even know there were that many, but they do, and they're the ones doing the inspection. Remaining 24 Silverados and Tahoes gots to go, starting at under $58,000. Limited supply, though, so do not wait. If you're in the market for one, you're thinking about taking the family to the beach, you need a big SUV or you need a truck, my goodness, folks, where else would you go? Go see our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. They'll take great care of you, help you on your trade. You get multiple months with no payments and great prices and great service during and after the sale. Online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Let's go.
Did you see my boy get a stolen base?
Sharping?
Yeah.
He got a single, coach's guy, got a single.
RBI,
and a stolen base.
Stolen base.
That's a very fast catcher.
Yeah,
good job.
Doing it all.
All right, can we do What the Hell?
Yes.
What the hell, bro?
What the hell's going on here?
What the hell's the matter with you?
Bringing it back around to Ray Kroc, boys. Bringing it back around to Ray Kroc. He would not be happy about this. He's dead, though, so that's good. He wouldn't like what he heard here. A teenage customer was choked out by a McDonald's worker after the girl walked behind the counter to take some ranch dipping sauce after not being helped by employees. A 17-year-old was returning to the McDonald's lobby when a 31-year-old grabbed her arm, according to the cops. When the teen tried to break free, the woman, Akina Sampson, allegedly grabbed her neck and took her to the ground. Sampson choked the victim again while they were on the floor in St. Petersburg. Again, this is a Florida woman's story. A criminal complaint does not reveal how many ranch packets, if any, were secured after the victim went behind the counter. This reminds me of a time I went to a bar. There was no bartender behind the bar. I'd been waiting and waiting. I went behind the bar, started making a drink. She came out pissed. I was like, where the hell you been?
I get it.
But she didn't choke you out.
Nope. That would not have gone well.
That would not go
I think
well.
I could have broken away and got from
I think you could have, too.
This is an interesting one.
That was awesome because it was simple and awesome.
Gerhard Koenig, a doctor in Hawaii, is pleading innocent to an attempted murder charge, accusing him of trying to kill his wife on a Honolulu hiking trail. After, keep track, you want to make a list for me? He's accused of pushing her towards a cliff edge, attempting to inject her with a syringe, and bashing her head with a rock. He says he's innocent.
All in the same trip?
Wasn't for lack of trying, huh? I mean, this guy is really getting after it.
I could see this, though, being She fell and hit her head on a rock. He tried to give her a syringe for the pain, and then she accidentally, when he was close, tried to jump away because she scared of needles and said he shoved her over the edge.
Coach. Your
carry
Jason Statham movies are less far-fetched than that. All right? You're going to love this one. I'm going to Atlanta soon with Maddox.
You're 2 for 2 for so far.
Maddox and you're going to love this one. Maddox and I are going to get 2 animal stories here today. Maddox and I are going to Atlanta soon to watch Pearl Jam. Hopefully this doesn't happen to us. Holds up traffic. I'd be so mad if I missed the Pearl Jam show because of this. Police in Atlanta said they've taken steps to remove a horse that was found dead on a sidewalk along a busy downtown street. Who left their dead horse over here? The Atlanta Police Department said on social media the horse's owner has been identified and the person's cooperating. They said they're going to remove it in a safe and respectful manner. The horse was found on Peachtree Street, a bustling thoroughfare that runs through the downtown area.
It really is.
Nobody knows how it died or how it got there, but they're going to remove it from the street. How about you're walking down there, jogging down the street, there's a dead horse in the road? Weird, huh?
How does that happen?
I don't know.
DJ left a dead squirrel on his tree for
probably that doctor from Honolulu put a syringe in the horse. That's probably what happened. I love this story. This is out of Poland. A woman named Anna, 37, robbed 2 banks in Poland in October and November 23. They apparently just busted her, and she was 8 months pregnant at the time. She duped her unwitting husband into being her getaway driver. She's been sentenced to 4 years in prison for the bank robberies and causing bodily harm, and was ordered to pay a fine as compensation to the banks in addition to serving some time.
Did she have to give the money back?
She acted alone. She goes in, robs the bank, comes out, says, "Let's go, honey." He has no idea she robbed the bank.
I am 0 buying that.
Well,
0.
He has to know, right?
Now, yeah, they planned that so he could be out and help her get out.
One last story, and then DJ's going to remind you to be smart. All right? Marine biologists from Australia have revealed that male blue-lined octopuses, I won't try to pronounce their species here, deliver a precise venomous bite to females before they mate. You know why?
So they'll sit still?
Envenomating the females renders them immobile, enabling the males to mate successfully. Because if they don't, it will kill them.
Whoa.
It's like a black widow, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are these the blue-ringed octopus or blue-lined octopus?
Blue-lined octopus. Tetrodotoxin is what they put in them. And mating experiments, the researchers observed that the male blue-lined octopuses bite and inject them with this to escape before being cannibalized by their mate. I mean,
why do they do that?
Why you kill them? You couldn't just say thanks for the effort and move on about your day?
It's tough.
You're a real jerk octopus, lady.
That's a tough life.
Yeah. Anyway, but if Coach Kelley was their lawyer, I'm sure they'd get away with it for killing their mates because he said it was an accident.
She thought that was just going to give him a little pick-me-up.
Yep. All right, that's all. DJ, tell them what to do.
Once again, just another message. Our friends at Arkansas State Police, they're looking out for you, okay? They don't want to give you tickets, and I know some of you think that they do, but that's not the case. And if they do when it comes to distracted driving, if they see you on that phone, they will oblige you with a ticket. Now, the goal is not to ruin your day. The goal is to remind you to stay safe, all right? Distracted driving, when it comes to the numbers, you look at a 10-year span, over 32,000 Americans lost their life due to distracted driving. So that quick, easy text that you hear, you think it's just, let me glance real quick. That little decision could cost your life and people around you. So like I said, they don't want to give you a ticket, but they will. Be smart when you're on the road. Put the phone down, as Justin would say. Lock it in your trunk if you really can't help yourself. It's all about staying safe on the roads. Message from our friends at the Arkansas State Police.
All right. Next up, out of bounds, handling business. The Travs are rolling 7-1 here. We're 1-0 on the year, DJ. Good work for us.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Nick Raposo for joining us here at our location. We got a new pitcher for the Drillers. They are getting drilled today. Wes Moore, I assume in studio. I can't see a thing. It's too bright out here.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Wes, I'm disappointed to learn that you went against me on the golf after all.
Oh, no, I changed my mind again because I was thinking about this.
Yes. Flip-flop.
If I had a caddy, a local caddy, and he could think this out. He was like, you know what? You don't have to try to go at the hole on your first putt. Here's where you want to put it to put yourself in position for your second and third putt. So I think a local caddy could help tremendously.
Thank you,
Good.
Wes.
That's how
Thank
you're
you, Wes.
That's how you're going to break 80, but you're not winning the Masters. Anyway, what are you doing on your show today?
All right, coming up on the show today, we got Kendall Diggs. Thanks to Stephen Elmore Shelter Insurance. We'll talk about last night's game that last weekend and look ahead to the Georgia Bulldogs. And then we got Andrew Hutchinson from Northwest Arkansas covering the Razorback spring practice. He's going to join us just to give us his thoughts. And after Bobby Petrino was talking offense yesterday, I really wanted to talk about the offense. So Hutchinson coming up at 2:10.
Excel spreadsheets, I say. Hey, Wes, I need to talk to you after the show to have an idea for you guys. I think it's for a segment.
Awesome. This wasn't how Patrick pictured himself in retirement. Instead of playing golf every day, he could barely walk because of his severe knee pain.
It hampered